So let's have some reminders from last session. So, Yuhnbric just told the Solitude guards that there are no Khajiit in front of him. There are, in fact, 3. The headmaster thinks that Zan'zharim was Catclop's abusive last master. Catclop has been sold to the Bardic College, specifically the headmaster there. Catclop wishes to escape the Bardic College after his bath, and I think also wanted to murder the headmaster for treating him nicely.
Yep.
Revere owes 150G to Ilga for the Lusty Argonian Alfred song, which was... what was it? Bulfric Loincloak?
Bulfric Loincloak, yeah. That reminds
me,
I need to drop my...
Nope,
I was imagining it's wearing a tiny little cloak as well then.
Zan'zharim wants to explode that warehouse using a trail of varnish. Yuhnbric wanted to nab some explosive barrels from it first. Arnaulf has joined the Legion and is inside Castle Dower. Deirdre, question mark.
That's always the best kind of question marks when they involve demons.
They're not strictly speaking demons. All info about acquired. Oh yeah, there we go. That was you've acquired the info you need to summon Boethia. You're just not necessarily sure you've got that you can do it. Oh well, pull it off. And finally, Yuhnbric wants. My lungs are not ripe. Goddamn.
We finally lost him.
No.
This plays really well for all the viewers at home.
Well, I mean, I'd have to actually edit the videos first. I've just got like 50 gigabytes worth of raw pen and paper for the latter third of 2020. And finally, Yuhnbric wants to figure out how many barrels he needs to blow up Castle Dower.
That I do.
So, I think in the interests of... wait, did I actually hit the record button? Yes, I did. In the interests of people who got the least screen time last time going first, we should probably check in on Arnaulf over at Castle Dower. Benji, I believe you'd passed the initial recruitment thing, and you were in your week of onboarding and training. You passed with flying colours, didn't you? They were talking about...
Five successes.
Yeah, they were talking about maybe seconding you to the special forces.
That can only go well.
Well, he's...
Give me more trust.
Ulfric will get here in a few days, and you're not going to get seconded to the special forces before you've even finished your onboarding.
You just imagine that you turn up, that you're told to kill Ulfric, you meet him on the battlefield, and he's like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "I swear, I'm one of you guys, remember? I'm not special forces sent here to kill you."
As I shout Ulfric down and stand over and go, "I won the bet."
I told you so.
Do you really want it? He's...
No, I do not want to get into a shouting duel with Ulfric. The only way I would win that is if I caught him by surprise if he was quite tired.
You need to bury yourself under the mud and wait until he's directly over you.
Well, no, saying that, to be fair, he really refuses to believe that I am a tongue. So if anyone was going to surprise him with a sudden use of the Thum, it would be me.
I'd use Sleepy Boy.
Sounds so confusing. We're going to get into a shouting match, and I'm going to tongue him.
So, Arnaulf, what do? You're not quite unsupervised within Castle Dower, but you've got some free time, basically. We'll say it's the evening of the day that Catclop has been sold into slavery. That negotiation is currently ongoing elsewhere at the moment. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your plans?
Okay, so I can see 2 ways of doing this. Either I can try and sabotage the war efforts, so war engines and stuff like that within Castle Dower itself, or I can try and sabotage the personnel inside Castle Dower.
Okay. Are you looking for feedback from me or from your party?
The party.
Sorry, what was the 2 options?
So I can either try and sabotage the war machines of Castle Dower, so while it might have formidable defences in their mind, like when Ulfric turns up, they're just kind of stuck inside inside it with no ballistas, no defences, stuff like that. / no food, because I can take out the food supply.
Did somebody say chicken beer?
Somebody said chicken beer.
Oh god.
I think taking out the food supply, because it's worked before.
I think the siege towers is probably better.
He wanted to spread chaos. The other way I could do it
Well, as a point, I was
Violent
considering-
shitting is our speciality.
is by trying to take out various high-level members of the Imperial Legion in covert action, and/or implicate other people.
I think that is
be much
far
more
above
sweet.
your skill level.
Look, I'm saying I have options. I'm not saying they're good
I
options.
think Creed's
On
trying
the-
to say something.
On the spoiling food front as well, I'm also aware of external granaries they have that I was considering trying to burn down. So, if you could get food from within, and I got it from without,
It's
I'd be
more.
pretty buggered long term.
Yes. No, I agree. It's more though with that if it's mostly the food supplies inside Castle Tower that matter. Just because if Ulfric was to sweep into the city itself, he'd still have to take Castle Tower. He'd still have to take Castle Tower. Whereas if he sweeps into the city and then Castle Tower is like, oh wait, we have no food. Oh, we can't resist the siege at all. Oh,
Yeah,
cock
but they-
bombs.
Presumably they've stockpiled, right? Any good
Yeah.
siege base should have a
That's
stockpile.
what Benji's
Yes.
talking about, is spoiling those stockpiles. It is worth pointing out that unless Ulfric takes and holds Lower Solitude, then yeah, Solitude's going to have a pretty easy time resupplying. It's got a huge port, even if you blow up that warehouse and a good chunk of it. And I do not believe that the Stormcloak Navy is necessarily anything to write home about. Especially not when the Empire controls the coasts both west and east of them.
That's why we should attack them in the south coast.
They
I'll never see it
technically-
coming.
They technically control that as well. Morthal is accessible by the sea and is an Imperial loyalist hold. I think they're even one of the more fanatical ones because people...
Look.
What?
Look. I mean, General Tullius will never see our strategy coming. We'll go via elsewhere.
Looking at the map, if you plan your route correctly, you can sail from Markarth, or at least the Reach, to Solitude.
Where is elsewhere?
The
Far
southern-
to the south.
it is about where Skyrim is, but in the south.
Mm-hmm.
It's also part of the Old Merry Dominion. So,
Currently, yes.
okay, so I think in that case, the best thing to do would be to try and sabotage war machines, equipment, food supplies within the within Castle Dower itself.
Ooh. 402. God.
I
Presumably,
will say on the assassination front, you probably, Tullius is going to beat you in a one-on-one fight, but if you just low-key murder him, that is a different environment for you.
yeah, that was going to be my idea of just I was never going to try and 1v1 Tullius. It was always going to be distract him somehow, shout him onto the floor, and stab him in the neck when he least suspects it.
No, I do
Or-
remember...
Or just stab him in the neck
I do remember
when he
you
least expects it.
I do remember you saying, way back in session 2, I think, that you were just going to march into Solitude and duel Tullius. I think that might be what Callum was going off of. And yeah, in a duel, he would almost certainly beat you down, but just
Not even almost
stabbing
certainly.
him in
He
the
will.
neck.
He will beat me. He's
I know,
General
you
Tullius.
You might fluke it, but yeah, he's a fairly decorated fighter.
Yeah,
No.
he'll flex and his shirt will fly off.
Yes. I mean, he's got the trademark Imperial Cuirass with embossed nipples armor.
It's very true.
Imagine that.
He's trained by Chaos Crusaders. He's absolutely lit.
Nipples. You had to get that embossed as well.
Was he trained by Caius Casades?
No, Kaiser
No.
has been dead for the longest time.
This is my confusion. Right. So yeah, I think I will try. If I get the opportunity to assassinate anybody, I will take it. But I won't go out of my way to get it. I will just try and take out supplies, arms, food.
It's fair. I'm going to set your sights a bit lower. Okay. Cool. Do you have any ideas what you would like to roll on that in terms of sort of looking for opportunities?
Okay, well,
I mean, I suppose there is actually, in this system at least, you could always roll a luck with some difficulty modifiers, see how it do.
see, I've got observe, I've got subterfuge. Could I roll perhaps observe then subterfuge to observe / navigate to identify targets, then subterfuge to try and think of a way to get to targets?
I'll tell you what. I will let you do subterfuge over luck to see what opportunities you get. And if you get a crit success, either a 1 or one of your lucky numbers, then you get a chance for you will get a chance for assassinating Tullius.
Okay, that's fine. Right. Okay. So subterfuge. Oh, I got that.
He died doing what he loved best, assassinating high-ranking political figures and hitting them in the face. Because there is one thing, Benji.
Oh! God damn it!
So close.
Oh,
Can I get
my
his
God.
secretary, General Adjutant Bullius?
Adjutant
Can I-
Bullius.
for the recording, he rolled a 2.
Oh, that is
Would have been
painful.
beautiful. That would have been so beautiful.
Let me see who.
I mean, it's my lucky number. Does that help?
Yeah, I'll tell you
No.
what. Ollie, add 1 septim to your inventory, as elsewhere you find a coin on the floor.
Yes! Wait, is that when I bent down to check on the unconscious
Yeah, there
Rafik?
you go.
Am I replacing one in one of his eyes?
I'm just looking up to see if he actually does have a secretary.
The high-ranking. I mean, that is. It's not 5 degrees. It's still 4 degrees. I'm 1 off 5 degrees, but 5 degrees is a 1. So
Nah.
I presume there are other high-ranking officials within the Imperium.
Did you add the plus 10 bonus because of its if you used a skill that you're good at?
But then,
Did I add the what?
Did you add your plus 10 bonus to skills that you're
Yes.
You did? Okay.
Yes.
I think the agreement was assassination of its lucky numbers. Otherwise,
Yeah.
success is just
Well,
going to
it was 1 or lucky numbers. Then I get Tullius, but
Yeah.
otherwise.
Sorry, I was just having a look through the other characters, because the other 2 big officers, at least from the wiki, who are in Castle Dower, are Legate Adventus Sicenius, who I do not recall even slightly, and Legate Ricky, who's Ulfric's ex-best friend, or well, ex-friend.
So Ulfric won't be happy if I bring him his head and be like, "Yo, look what I did."
Yes, her head. Ricky is female.
He won't be happy if I bring him her head and be like, "Yo, look what I did, Ulfric, bro."
She has explicitly sided it against him in the Civil War, and I think no matter which way round you do it, they always have like a touching, we were supposed to be friends, why are you against me in this thing right before the other one dies. Ricky won't abandon the Empire, Ulfric won't abandon what he sees as Skyrim. So no, he probably wouldn't be happy, but he's also not going to kill you for it.
But yes, 4 degrees of success. Do I find myself some targets?
That is... You know what, let's refer this to our resident lore master, Callum.
Yes, sorry, I was eating grapes.
Decadently middle class response.
My slave was feeding them to me.
Yes,
I was
good.
espousing my law knowledge.
These damn Yorkshire house slaves.
I will tell you your law if you will come with me and help me humiliate a pheasant.
They're exceptionally cheap.
You quote
These Yorkshire
Futurama.
house slaves.
He's quoting Futurama. So,
Sorry, what knowledge do you deign from me?
can you think of anything that would be particularly fun to sabotage that might be in Castle Dower? Now, we can do, like, the stable...
Fucking hell, I don't know every item in Castle Dower.
No, just, like, fun imperial...
We demand knowledge of the law master. The law master shall deliver.
Fun imperial war machines. If it so happens that the Empire's Centurion backporting program is in Castle Dower.
If you can get me a ballista, just push one over the edge, I'll wheel it away. That'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of unique novel war machines, I don't think they really have them. They have your standard. They got ballistas. They got, and they don't have trebuchets or anything. No,
Can they fire explosive notes?
I mean, like, they might have the occasional battle mage, but I don't think they have them in Skyrim in the Legion there.
Fair.
So
Why don't armies just mass produce scrolls in these worlds?
They kind of do, but they don't have printing presses, and also you need mages to do it. So they have a battle mage core, but they're mainly like the elite shock troops. So you don't have them like staged and occupying.
Do they spend 90% of their time just copying scrolls, missing all the battles because they need to get that one symbol down?
No,
Pretty much, yeah.
You're better off sending in the battle mages half the time. But like, one of the reasons that Morrowind survives as an independent nation for so long is that they have 3 gods, all of whom live on the physical plane, and every time they go into a major war, the gods rock up to battle and start throwing out smitings on everyone, which is great because no one else in the setting has gods that can do that. They have to throw... Sorry?
There was the one time that they were invaded. They grew gills on all the Dunmer and then sank the continent. Well, sank the subcontinent. But yeah.
At least they were nice enough to give them gills first, so they could survive in their new Atlantis.
You see their house bobbing around them like, thanks for the gills.
It's like the ultimate, you didn't win.
Did it give them gills first and then do the war?
You know what it is? It's literally the call an ambulance, but not for me.
It'd be a bit of a panic if they sunk the continent and then 5 minutes after it being underwater went, oh fuck yeah, we should give people gills. This is quite bad.
Oh wait, they can't breathe underwater. Shit.
I mean, presumably it just meant that like all their floating stuff, all the floatable stuff just rose to the ceiling. So, like, I suppose it wasn't even that much of a loss in if their houses.
For a second, I thought you were going to say that they gave them all floaties, like, those sort of armbands.
I thought you were talking about floaties. They don't have that much floating stuff. They have the one floating moon. And
So, I'm talking about buoyant items, I suppose.
oh, I see. Right.
I mean, pace.
Yeah, let's pace. But yes, war in Elder Scrolls is a really fun topic, and I super recommend all of the background on it. It's a shame that it doesn't usually come across in the games, but it's gloriously, oh fuck, fire spells are so easy to learn and everyone's burning. Cool. So in that case, what's your preference, Benji? Supplies or siege weaponry?
I think probably I want to go because I'd like to try and get the other one as well, but obviously I know I might only be able to get one. So I think for that, probably the siege weaponry, because you can always storm the castle. And that might be Ulfric's only way to really win. Trying to starve him out is probably not going to go well given his stretched supply lines, because all the people in Castle Dour have to do is not lose before reinforcements arrive.
This is very true. And
then Ulfric's fucked.
Yeah. And also it assumes that that Lower Solitude's held pretty well. And as mentioned, Upper Solitude, even if they take Lower Solitude, will have firing lines on most of Lower Solitude. Whereupon the fire mages come out.
Okay, so I'm going to go try and sabotage all their siege weapons. Well, not all, but enough.
Okay, so siege weapons at this point of like an active civil war are mostly spread out to the places they would be used. They are on towers. They are like arrayed along the city wall. They're out and about. However, a lot of ammunition is still stored in a central location. That is large boulders. That is ballista bolts. That type of thing. Partially because it's heavy, partially because everyone's got a lot of shit to do, and partially because, well, if you've got 2 or 3 bolts out there and a couple of boulders, then that's plenty in the meanwhile, so you can always rush the rest up when you have some spare men. What do you find?
Hang on just a second.
God damn it. Creed? God damn it, Carl. Have you got it, Benji?
No, I'm still here. I was just saying,
Sorry, I thought you said hang on a second. So what you find is the section of the... Sorry, I'm getting a lot of crashy sounds in the background.
Yeah, sorry, hang on.
Fair. What you find is the section of the armory. It's sort of a warehouse connected to the armory, built back and low into the mountain, in which the majority of the ballista bolts and the boulders and such are being held. Now, it's got like a large set of double doors which are thoroughly bolted shut. Those are the main entrance, intended for like carts and loading and such. However, there is a smaller side entrance accessible from the actual armory proper, and that is not locked, nor is it actually guarded at the moment, though there are a lot of people going to and fro inside the armory. There's no one in the siege ammunition room, and you've pretty much got the patterns down of who's working in the armory and where, so that unless someone is actively following you, you think you can probably slip into this siege room without anyone noticing that you've gone in there. What do? And if you would like us to skip over to someone else whilst you plan, that is absolutely fine.
Kind of ammunition would be destroyable in there. Obviously, I can't destroy the boulders. That's not going to happen.
No, it depends. There's probably some magic that could do it. Have you got any scrolls?
No, they're outside.
In the outworld.
Khajiit has explosions if you have coin.
God damn it, they're not preparing a wedding at Castle Dower.
I mean,
they genuinely are.
Slavery.
At the time of Skyrim, it's one of the quests.
That's...
Dark Brotherhood.
So what you're saying is we need to prepare fireworks.
You wanted fun.
Okay, well, I'm going to consider what's in there, so skip over to someone else while I make my plans.
Just realised Ewan's beard is like mostly gone and or tied up now.
It's, I was playing with it too much, so I've tied it up.
Joe could like turn you upside down and use you to sweep the floor.
It's great. See, if you turn me upside down now, then my hair looks like your hair when it's up in the bun.
You're an inverse hipster.
Like, the good kind of person, then.
Whoa.
Get wrecked.
Holy fuck.
Okay, so let's skip over to someone else then. Catclop. You're currently muted, Joe Nicholas.
I am.
Fair.
What?
So, when we left you were having a bit of a spa day, I think. What are you up to?
Yeah. Am I still having a spa day? What's going on? Because it's just after being kidnapped, isn't it? Or
well, you're not being kidnapped.
No, you've been catnapped.
He'd not been catnapped either. He'd been sold. Sold under false pretenses, I'll grant you that. I don't think there's technically a word for what happened there.
Indentured servitude?
No, because the person who's bought him doesn't realise he's bought a sapient being.
Yeah, it's all a bit odd.
You've been Thomas Jefferson.
Then it is close. I guess it's closest enough to accidental kidnapping.
Well, no, he went along willingly, is the thing.
To the internet.
What's it called when you accidentally buy a person?
What's it called when you...
Let's willingly sold, but has plans of breaking out later.
So, I mean, we can skip to the end of your spa day. It's, for you at least, from your perspective, it is late in the evening.
Okay.
You've been washed, you've been brushed, you've been cleaned, you've had sufficient surgery, you've had health potions, fatigue potions, you've been fed exotic meats and cheeses.
It sounds like he's not going to want to come back.
Very tempting.
Okay, so I don't know what the word is. I'm pretty sure in the Union you get a month to return them.
Am I being kept outside? Am I inside?
You're currently inside.
Okay, am I...
Are you...
I'm sure I know the layout of the building and so forth. I don't have to worry about anything like that.
No, it's not super difficult to find your way around. You're currently in the headmaster's quarters. We'll say you're on the second floor of one of the wings.
Okay, I can do that. I think because I have Catfall. Oh my god, an ability's going to come in useful. Reduce the distance of the character's falls by a number of meters equal to the acrobatics skill rank. Bonus.
What's your ranks in acrobatics?
That's adept. So that's 4, I guess.
Cool, 4. 2 stories, 3 meters to a story, so that reduces you down to 2 meters. Oh, that's the cat.
I don't think I get any full damage from 2 meters, will I?
No, not from 2 meters, you'll be fine.
Beautiful. Windows are an option, but let's find. Is it like getting dark?
Yes, it is the dead of winter. I think we said the month was Frostfall, which is, I believe, November.
Does this count as auto defenestration?
Depends if he throws himself out of the window or not.
Kind of sound like what was about to happen.
Yeah. After I killed the bard guy, I gotta go find him and kill him, please.
He's currently in the room with you. He's just finished smoking through your main, and he's currently setting up a fire.
Is it just him?
It's just him.
Just gonna... Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Just gonna... Not even pause his throat.
What is it like? Freaking! I can't remember the tiger's name from.
No, it's
Ice
like
Age, right?
paw
Was
on
that
chest,
swords?
like snuggling, and then just
There you go.
shrink. Done.
Yeah.
Where's your stat sheet? I always go to look for Catclop and get confused when he's not there.
It's as if it's not his name.
It's as if you're a monster and don't deserve your real name, you dick.
Yeah,
Yeah, you call yourself Catclop all the time.
You do call yourself
It's completely by accident. It really is by accident.
Guys, what you don't realise is I actually phone him at night, and I just ever so subtly say Catclop to him a lot.
ASMR Catclop. Alright, I will take your combat style over Dex, I think.
The Dex. Combat style.
Oh, sorry, agility.
20.
Is your combat
Is
style
it just
called
like sheer
Catclop?
strength at this point?
No, because you're trying to time up a, quiet but speedy kill.
Okay. I'm gonna do my usual. I'm gonna spend a stamina.
If you want to just rip his head off, that would be a strength.
Be easier, funnily enough.
Contrary to popular belief, cutting someone's throat is actually a really loud way to kill someone.
Huh.
There's
Wow.
all that burbling in the blood.
And
Yep.
Entirely fair, but fantasy.
Put a hand over his mouth, then knife, or in your case, claws, up under the rib cage to the heart.
Just eat his head.
He's-
Eat his entire head at once.
He does not have hands, he has paws.
Well, no, that's why I said
Silence
claws.
is on your paws.
No, I didn't say
Okay.
claw, he said... I said paw.
Nick, eat his face. Just do that.
Okay. Spending a stamina for plus 20.
Okay, sorry, so you're just biting his head.
Oh my god.
Do you
Or
lick
like
him?
gumming it.
What's the doff on that?
1.
Oh no.
One doff. He turns around to find you.
Presume he's going to
Pretend like you're playing. Pretend like you're playing.
Yeah,
turns
like I'm playing.
around to find you getting up, jaws just opening dramatically. Thematic
Oh wait.
drop of
Was this
drool.
using strength? Sorry.
Yeah, you said you said you.
Oh
were
yes,
supposed
no, sorry, that succeeds then. Sorry,
Okay. He has
One
just
dot.
enough time to freeze up in that case.
sorry.
Whereupon you leap forwards. That's all right. Leap forwards and, enclosing his head in your jaws, crunch down, shattering his skull, brain, all that he is in a one brief instant.
He finally ate another sentient.
He's not.
I've already done that
eaten it
before.
yet. He's just crunched his head.
Yes.
We all know what's happening next, though.
What do you, Nicholas?
I'm gonna leave him. I've already eaten today. It's fine. I don't need to eat him.
So
I'm
allowing.
not a monster. I just
Yeah, exactly. You're not a monster, you think, as you allow what was formerly the headmaster to just kind of dribble and fall out of your mouth, your tongue flecking bits of his brain pan out from between your fangs.
A monster. No.
out the window then.
Alright, yeah, with sufficient run-up and no one stopping you, you hurl yourself at one of his stained glass windows, smashing through it, and clattering to the cobbled ground outside. All around the Bardic College, lights go up as people awake to the sound of shattering glass, or at least turn in shock and horror.
I just bolt.
And yeah, you bolt off into lower solitude. But it's fine. It will take them seconds to notice which window shattered and investigate the room.
It'd take them seconds to report the fact that a saber-tooth that was sold to them has murdered a man and is now loose in solitude.
No, that will take minutes.
This is how we sow chaos.
Depends
We
if there's a
should
guard
have
nearby.
taken the head from the beginning.
And who sold him to him?
Meanwhile,
Who randomly murdered him with no need to?
Meanwhilst, that
A
afternoon...
non-sentient being. It must have been the other guy's fault.
Well,
I believe that was the plan.
I hate to say it, but young Nicholas does have a, like... You can't prove that he's sapient if he doesn't want to go along with it.
The worst kind of sapiency.
Terrifying.
In fact, the only man that thought I might be, I just killed.
No, he didn't. think
Because
that.
you're a monster.
No, is that a cinch? He's like, no.
I suppose they could get in a Khajiiti expert to prove that you're a cinch.
But just looking off, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you'd necessarily be happy about not being a sapient, because, for the record, sapients get trials, whereas animals that kill people just get put down.
Which guys are going, whoa.
Guys, I
Which,
think you figure
But
something
then
out.
will sound like rah 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 rah. He's feral. Put him down. Axe.
I start doing maths in the ground. 1 + 1 = 2.
I don't think you can do math.
He's
So-
gone. He's gone.
very well
bonkers. Put him
trained.
down more.
Catclop bolts down into lower solitude as the bar college goes up in a flurry of cries. If nothing else, at least they'll write songs about you.
Chaos. You wanted chaos? I give you chaos.
Earlier that afternoon, Yuhnbric, you have just damn near stunned 2 Solitude guards into just complete silence by trying to Jedi mind trick them with, there are no Khajiit in front of you. As they clearly look at least 2 Khajiit, and 1 just regular looking house cat, but it is wearing clothes, so maybe. What do for Yuhnbric, or I believe is Revere unparalyzed at this point? I think Revere's.
I think he's just become unparalyzed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do for any of the 4 of you?
So I go, I pause, and I wait a second, and I go, wait, who said that?
All right, you know what? I'll allow it. Roll me subterfuge at a -20.
Why -20?
Ollie, you know why a -20. That is a very obvious bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not going to make this unless I get a 1. Yeah, I did not make that.
On the bright side, if you had, you'd know you had Shiggurath on the line.
I mean, there's
I don't know
a
why I'm
one
laughing
there.
at that. I don't know what that is.
The Daedric God of Madness, who coincidentally is in Solitude.
I see. Well, that's a good happy coincidence. Cool. Okay. Well, there goes my 1 bluff.
The guards are still kind of like processing what's going on here. Anything from the Khajiit or Revere?
I mean, I actually do have 3 ranks in Persuade. Or 2 ranks, I think, actually.
Can I just shout, guards! These cats mugged me! Filthy vermin!
To say something, Jomo, I don't want to speak lest it ruins my troll people in the night plans.
Yeah, I'm just going to straighten my clothes out and meow, and then I presume that Revere's still on the floor and kick him.
He is indeed on the floor still, so you meow and then kick him.
It's a bold strategy, Con. See how it plays out.
Out of interest, what response are you hoping to elicit here, Carl, just so I can get your body language?
This isn't really more of seeking response so much as venting my frustration.
Because he just claimed that you assaulted him, and then you straight.
No, he said we
And then you
mugged him.
That is assaulting me.
Oh, yeah.
It's friendliness with style and more mugging.
And they're like, now I has assaulted him.
I just go, you see?
Alright, I'm going to step in here. I don't know what's led up to this. You're all acting a bit weird. One of you's on the floor, one of you's kicking, and the other one's just wearing clothes. This is all a bit much. Yuhnbric puts his hands like, whoa, guys, whoa. What's happened here? And should we go to the pub to sort it out?
Yes, drinks sound good. Like, let's just all casually turn and walk away.
The guards. All right, hang up there, mate. Now it's clear that something's happened here. I'm not sure what, but I don't think that this man, he points at the dark elf, or sorry, quote unquote dark elf, is a reliable eyewitness.
I'm sorry.
For
And why would I not be a reliable dark witness?
I suspect you might be blind.
Eyewitness, Ollie, eyewitness. Not going anywhere near that one.
Great, turn it into a race thing.
He just did.
It was accidental. I always get my words mixed up.
So you accidentally pulled the race card.
Damn it, we're making it difficult to cut around this.
Quick, make it more difficult.
Right.
Convenient pause.
Wait, as in, like...
That'll do.
So, the
Back.
Wait, there was a pause there.
I mean, we've all got paws. Like, well, apart from...
so
like,
mad at you right now.
Yeah,
Carl.
most of the party has.
If the catnip does not fit, you must acquit.
Are you making OJ jokes?
I wasn't the one who made it a race thing.
You're making it very difficult
Alright,
to cut around.
Well, you see, like...
Moving on.
Alright, okay.
Less race, more pace.
See, Chewbacca is a
Yes.
Wookiee.
Alright, I don't like the way he phrased it necessarily, but I agree with Callum. Oh. So, the guards look the Dunmer up and down. No, I'm not having any of this. Right. We're going to take your statements. We're going to take your statements separately. And by that, it's my solitude brogue. So we're going to take your statements separately. My comrade over here is going to tack the statement of the Khajiit on the floor, and I'll take the statement of you two Khajiits on the not floor. These guards have become dumber by talking to you, Ollie. They were perfectly fine at the beginning of last session.
So what happens when you when you just tell them that you don't see anyone? It's fine. It's fine.
You have caused temporary intelligence damage.
It's alright. I do that to everyone I meet anyway. By being so smart, right, guys?
So one of the guards helps Revere to his feet, and the other guy starts talking to the Khajiit, trying to get your version of events. I think it seems like everyone's just trying to furiously sway things in their favour here. So I will take not opposed charm tests, but if I could have a persuade over personality test from Revere and Jomo to see who makes a better case to the police.
Can I get my first impression bonus?
Certainly can.
We get a
Excellent.
bonus for being like mostly in the right legally, at least initially, before the assault.
Wait,
Do
what?
you have-
What?
What evidence do you have that you're in the right?
Well, we assaulted him because he wouldn't tell us where our cat is.
Yeah, but do you have any proof that is materially obvious to the guards?
Well, he left with our giant cat and came back without it.
How do the guards know you have
Then
a
he
giant
acted
cat?
dodgy, so we jumped him.
How did the guards know he was acting dodgy?
I feel like your definition of mostly in the legally right.
No, he's correct.
I
They
love
are
to think that
absolutely
this is-
legally right. You have just trafficked their comrade.
However,
I love to
none
think
of this is obvious to the guards.
Exactly, though, Benji is correct. None of this is obvious to the guards. The Khajiit are in the correct. Team Nord is legally in the wrong here.
This is a perfect setup for later on. I like what's this? A arrest report earlier says that a man that walked off with a big cat and didn't come back with it. Later on, a man killed by a big cat.
Can I say, just because I sold him into slavery does not justify a mugging.
I mean, it must justify, like, in some places, murder.
They're separate crimes, okay?
All sentences you've ever said, Callum. I feel like that one is wildly unbalanced.
Right.
Say that in character. For the love of God, don't say it in character.
But yeah, just to flavour my one, like, I know full well what I'm saying here, but like as we're walking away, like to be separated for these statements or statments, sorry.
Yeah,
I would just, I'm just going to point out Revere and just be like, "You can't trust a Khajiit." like.
Can we
aware
all
that I
point?
myself-
Can we both point at each other and say you can't trust a Khajiit? So
Yes.
You definitely can. It's unfortunately slightly weighted in front of Revere there because he has a very strong Markarth accent.
See, you can't trust him even more. He's pretending to be one of you.
can I lean on the accent a bit more? You can't trust a Khajiit. I'm just gonna roll this thing. Let's do it.
Oh fuck me!
Yeah.
What's your DOS there, Revere?
That would be 5 degrees of success.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Jesus Christ.
What? How?
Sorry, 4 degrees of success.
Ha! Suck it.
And Jomo, what's your DOS there?
Also,
Also 4.
oh no, 3.
Spend
sorry.
luck. Spend luck.
Do I? This is persuasion, yes.
Yes.
Didn't Revere get higher though? He got 5, didn't he?
I got 4.
Oh, 4.
Sorry, yeah, no, I thought I was higher trained. It's only a 3.
However, young Nicholas has pointed out something viable. I believe you actually can spend a luck point to increase your degrees of success by 1 on a successful roll. I think so could Revere, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a second, it's also persuasion, right?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Okay.
Character may spend a luck point to add a degree of success to a successful test.
Can that be used to cancel?
This can be done multiple times for a given test. Once a character has used all of their luck points for a given session, there are no. They can resort to burning luck. So you can just keep stacking it.
What?
I'm
So
not
sorry,
done
this is-
burning all my luck.
This is just ending in some kind of weird showdown at high noon.
What page are you on, young Nicholas?
There ain't enough.
It's
There ain't
page
enough luck
16.
in this game for the both of us.
Spending luck points.
Okay.
Page 16.
Stacking them to the point. Right, well, that's 35 degrees of success versus 38.
Yeah, no, he's entirely correct. You can bid against each other just to see who wants to spend as much luck as they can. As it
Who has the higher luck?
As it stands, Revere has currently narrowly won.
Yeah, I'm sorry for being a dick, but the sheets are open. Like, how do you have 4 degrees?
So I've got 46 personality plus my 10 for...
Minus your 10 for not being trained.
You're right, actually.
Oh, so we're dead equal.
Yeah.
We are
Also,
dead equal.
I don't think that's being a dick. People make mistakes with that.
yeah, that's not being a
It's
dick at all.
perfectly reasonable
Actually,
to-
no.
I was in the wrong.
It's actually 2 less because you've gone down from 1 because you had a plus 10, then down another 10, so you're 20 difference.
Why is
So
he-
you're actually 2 success.
Sorry, why has he gone down?
Why have I gone down?
Yeah,
Well, you
that
said you
was
had.
right.
You said you had a plus 10.
You have a minus 10 instead. There's a
No, he's-
20
his
difference
plus
between
10
plus and minus.
His plus 10 that he has comes from his first impressions bonus.
Ah, right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So they cancel each other out, means he was a plus 0, so you're both on 3 dots. So currently you've both drawn.
How many luck do you have?
I mean, I've got 3 luck points and then 34 luck. So,
Aha, I've got 37, and they're 3 a point, so... no, I'm not
Right.
like, gonna put myself down to 0.
so 43 degrees of success versus...
It's actually only 1 burnt luck point to add a DOS to something. It's 3 to reroll.
Reroll.
Something. Oh,
Right. But yeah, no, that was a joke, so I'm not willing to go that far by any means.
That's fair. Okay, so you're both content with draws for the time being.
Yep.
Oh, the 2 guards come back and argue each of your points against each other.
Yeah, can we have the guards, duel it up?
You want the guards to roll out. Alright, okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
And while they're doing that, we just sod off down the pub. It's like, yeah, that shit happens, right? Let's go.
Wait, no, I've got a vested interest in keeping you there.
God damn it. Okay, cool. Who wants to compete with me here? Ollie, you've not had much to do this session so far. You're going to be... Who do you want to represent, Ollie?
I'm going to represent Revere because, he's always had my back when it comes to food and lodgings.
It's true, he has.
Damn right.
Okay, whereas I'll be...
My defense. Wait, no, that's not the defense. Prosecution.
Well, I mean, at the moment, we're not sure who's the defense and who's the prosecution. The legal system hasn't quite decided yet.
To quote a great show, no one wants to be the prosecution or the defense, because if someone's prosecuted, you automatically assume they're guilty.
No one wants to be the prosecution or the defense.
Yeah, that's not that quote.
So you don't want to be on either side.
Surely that would mean that you want to be on the prosecution.
Yeah.
Know what I'm quoting.
I know what
Alright.
you're quoting, and you're not quoting
Hey,
it.
Don't worry
Cool,
about
okay, so we'll both roll, we'll say 50 or under. They're very charismatic guards. Who?
Boom.
Now, unfortunately, 1 DOS to 2 DOF in favour of Revere. So unfortunately for Team Khajiit, as the two guards begin conferring, you can see pretty clearly that it looks like your guy is not that invested, whereas the guy on Revere's side actually went to the same, I guess, mining college as Revere, and in his gap year in Markarth.
Oh my god, yeah.
What accent was that?
Have you never seen the Gap Year video? My god.
I thought you were just taking the piss out of really posh Surrey people.
Yeah, me too. But then
Very
I was
old
like,
gap year.
but
Very old.
Ollie is a really posh Surrey person.
Well, I mean,
It's all relative,
Why
right?
can't you just never take the piss out of the place you're from, like me, Benji, and Callum? In this elaborate world filled with idiot West Countries. West Countries? West Countrymen.
It's on my Gap Year, darling. It was in Para.
So, Team Khajiit, you can see the writing on the wall. You have probably a maybe 4 to 5 second window if you want to do something.
book it.
You're just going to book it. Okay, cool. I will take an athletics roll. Athletics over agility, please.
Oh, I actually have it. Fuck me.
I guess you could do acrobatics if you want to try the rooftops instead.
I don't have acrobatics. Fuck, how have I got like 2 decent rolls?
Yeah, Jesus. Who are you and what have you done with Carl? This isn't telling you, younglings.
Sorry, you are in solitude, and Shagarath is here, so I may be saying he's setting you up for a big failure later.
There you go. He's on holiday here, so he's not.
Yeah, I
saying
know,
that.
but his holidays probably still involve not a small amount of messing with people.
What's your DOS there, Carl?
Sorry, what was it rolling off? I mean, it's going to be 1 degree either way, but I'd like to know which one it was for.
It was acrobatics over agility.
Oh, I thought it was athletics.
Oh, sorry, athletics over agility.
Oh, if it's over agility, then it's 2 degrees.
2 degrees is success. Jomo sort of quietly backs up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and run. This is a shtick he's had to pull many, many times. Zan'zharim claws in, dug into his shoulder.
It's like the backside flapping about as I make it.
Revere and Arnaulf, what do? Revere and Arnaulf? Revere and Yuhnbric, what do?
I shout after them, "Why are you running? You're probably not guilty.
Give me my money back, you bastards!
We'll catch you later, okay?"
Give me my friend back!
See you at the boat!
The guards continue running for quite some time, chasing after you, but eventually give up with a cry of, "We've got your description! You've trespassed against Skyrim and her holds! Do the crime or pay the fine!" No, wait. Do the time or pay the fine.
Oh, if it's just a fine, that's okay. I've got money. Here you go.
They, unfortunately, do share the unerring guard police instinct for stolen goods, common to all members of law enforcement in Tamriel. So they will
I'm pretty
instantly
sure
know-
they can never tell the difference between stolen gold and your gold. I think
think
gold's the only exception to the knowing about stolen
Yeah, but
goods.
if you try to sell a single wooden spoon, they rise up out of the floor.
Yeah.
Terrifying. That's why they're so effective.
Oh dear. Cool, yeah, you do eventually lose them. Are you all just meeting up back at the boat?
Can't even all sleep the boat, can we?
Well, there's only one cabin, but there's plenty of deck space.
Do we even know about the boat?
Yeah, Revere told you and kept desperately trying to steer the conversation back towards it as you kept demanding to know where your lost party member was. Then the paralysis happened.
It's understandable how in the middle of all this betrayal and paralysing you may have forgotten that fact.
Well, how much money is in this pouch?
It's a good question. Callum, how much money is in that pouch?
636 gold.
Well, we could probably just buy our own accommodation for the night then.
A separate boat next to a bigger boat.
How much did you pay for that boat?
500.
You probably could afford a very marginally larger boat.
Get that one boat, but get it with blackjack and hookers.
Got a slightly taller sail.
Look, no guards will want to come on our boat because of the implication.
God damn it! What is it? It's not relevant. Cool. Yeah. What are you doing then? Oh, you could also buy 6 rowboats.
That's a bit, mate. What do you say, Coral?
What do I say about what now? So I just said something about rowboats.
What are we doing with our lives? We've stolen 600 gold and we're out about town. Are we going to try and rendezvous with the party or just buy a fancy suite and have a bath?
Is there a local brothel where we could spend this ill-gotten gain?
Yeah, almost certainly. I don't think whoring is illegal in Solitude. And
So are you going to get one prostitute that's worth 600 gold or 600 prostitutes that are worth 1 gold?
Definitely not that last one, because we will not be coming away with here just ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But no, I was thinking more like one of those upscale places where it's more like you get assisted bathing and lots of massages, all kinds.
Okay, so what I'm hearing here is you want to spend the maximum amount you can on lodgings.
Yeah.
Assisted bathing sounds so tame for what it actually is.
Oh yeah.
I want to be wiped up in the tub by a whore. Assisted bathing.
In the shitter areas, is it just like a rusty old bucket?
Okay.
I was trying to find the best way of putting it.
I've done a little bit of reading on the lifestyle expenses and such, and it looks like for 150 G per person, which would come out to your full 600 nicely, you can do the equivalent of renting an aristocratic bed and breakfast, and aristocratic Airbnb, up to and including servants and the like. It is worth pointing out, on a meta level, if you spend this money, which was derived from Catclop's sale, I think that then somewhat puts Revere in the clear on the financial side of things, in terms of Team Khajiit got their cut of the sale.
Yeah, exactly.
You
basically sold him.
That was Callum's plan all along, to get you to
Catclop
beat
will
up
probably
and his money.
Well, Catclop will probably come back on his own anyway, right? Who cares?
Almost certainly.
Yeah. But I
need that money for my lewd song, though.
But no, I say this is more of a case of if we can't have our friend, you can't have our gold, and if it's spent, you can't get it back.
What do you mean, our gold?
Well, I mean, it's in my possession now.
This is Skyrim, where possession is 9/10 of the law, apparently.
I was the one who requested that gold.
So, what are we doing then, Jomo?
Oh yeah, still doing it.
Okay, so
Right.
you're going to go rent a townhouse for the night, complete with all the trimmings, all the staff.
Oh yeah, and plenty of good food as well. We can't forget that.
It's all included in the lifestyle.
Oh, it's all good. Okay, perfect. I'm low now.
A little
Right, and you said that's 150 per person, right?
150 per person.
Sweet. So we're going to rent for 2 days.
God damn it.
Well, easy come, easy go.
Perfect.
It's fine,
for
Callum.
the
There'll be
record,
more
I-
because you just sell into slavery.
Want to spend the night prowling rooftops and psyching people out with psychic speech.
One Zulbric's in charge.
But what's the party think? I'm of 2 minds. One is Daedric prayers. The other is silly stuff like saying, "Did you hear that?" and "What?" Just
feel like-
everyone within 300 meters. Just to
I think-
cause general.
Our
David-
job is still to sow chaos, so go full on Daedric. Alaga.
Yeah, didn't you
as
learn
they say in
Oh,
Daedra,
Did you learn
man.
any Daedric prayers or anything?
We have, so we're not going to bring this in now, but we have missed a major caveat on telepathy. Broadcasting thoughts to other characters with a number of meters equal to 100 times their willpower bonus. They must have line of sight to the character to whom they are broadcasting, unless the character has this
Sorry.
trait as well.
Ewan, this is exactly what happened with Hamish's immortality. Let's just roll with it because it's
we're
funnier.
going to, but this is exactly, this always bloody happens. Why do I never read the fucking rulebooks?
You just got to find a really high place and then just keep looking around. have Jomo kind of hold you up and then just spin.
Wait,
You'd be
what's
like,
your telepathy rating? Because that also is a thing.
It's the circle of telepathy.
I remember
Exactly.
it being 3.
Like
I
a
think it's
lighthouse.
equal to my something bonus. Probably int or
Willpower
willpower.
bonus.
Which has actually gone up since.
Ah, I can see
So
why
it'd
gone up.
probably be
You could-
400 meters now.
400 meters, and you can do up to 5 sentences in a message.
Okay. Well,
Fun fact, if you were to get it higher at 6 willpower bonus, you could do images.
Oh, that
At 7, you could do complex feelings and concepts.
Oh, man. By the
I
way,
didn't realise this was an avenue I could.
yeah, well, that's actually like pretty good. But like, what constitutes a sentence?
I mean, within reason, don't bullshit it, like 10 to 20 words.
Oh, well,
Or
I'm just going to be on the move to get more coverage. Speaking any Daedric prayers I might have learned. Topical, given that the following day is the day of Rebellion God. I'll talk about the great Rebellion Gods coming and the like.
It's Traitor God, not Rebellion God.
Sure.
Yes. Okay, so you prowl through the night, trying to upset people, basically. And I
Yeah.
guess I will take persuasion over personality at... We'll give you a +10 for the surprise.
Okay. That makes it almost rollable. What's it over?
Personality.
TRS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the letters. Luck. Oh, I did terribly. That'll be like 5 failure.
Oh
Just under
no.
4, I think.
So, you've not been out for long when you start to feel like you're being followed. Fortunately for you, the thing creeping through the shadows at ground level, which seems to be following you around the city, is not a great hider. It's just kind of squatting.
So it go clop in the night.
Is it making the Kronk song from Emperor's New Groove?
No, it's doing kind of like an awkward squat whilst creeping forwards. Passers-by do not seem to notice it. But the first time you get a good look at it, in at least moderate light, you see its pectorals glistening in the moonlight.
I say, if he who stalks the shadows were to instead sow chaos in this city, they might receive 2 nights lodging in the finest place available.
God damn it.
Ba-ding! A quest has been.
Okay, could you roll dodge for me, please? Chris?
Oh, I love
That's
dodge.
athletics over acrobatics, I think.
Dodge. I believe I have an evade skill.
And you're harder to hit because you're tiny, right?
Oh yeah, he gets like a -20 or something. Where is it in my notes?
I counted 4.
Counted 4.
1, 2, 3.
What is that? Plus 20. That should be a pass. I believe. Yes.
Yuhnbric, you're kind of walking along with Revere,
Oh, save-scumming again.
walking along with Revere back to the Smoky Helgen. When time seems to skip a beat,
God fucking damn it.
Revere
I'm already drunk.
goes back in his sentence by about half a second, about 10, 15 seconds. And then time seems to skip a beat, and skip a beat, skip a beat, skip a beat, skip a beat. And then just like, with zero gap between them, skip repeated beats. Almost frustrated beats.
I fall to my knees. What is this madness?
You,
What god has forsaken me?
Yuhnbric, what's going on? I don't know what you Yuhnbric, what's going on? I don't
You're
know what you
all
Yuhnbric, what's
dying
going
again.
on? I don't know what.
You're all dying.
Keep trying to fall to your knees, but standing upright again.
Why can't I be dramatic right now?
you never quite make it to the ground.
It's the Wake Me Up Goofy song. It's just what's going on in
If anyone's seen Congo's "Come With Me Now," the music video for that, I kind of feel like that right now.
No, I've got a better one for you.
God damn you, Kingdom Hearts fans. So,
I guess so my body reacts physically as well. Then but it's only my mind which stays.
only your mind which stays, yes.
Fuck. Well, I'm going to lament the fuck out of the fact I can't be dramatic right now. I can only scream in my mind, really.
And as you just about freeze up, time stops skipping. Revere carries on for a little bit before, confused, you seem to be behind him now. He just kind of stopped for no reason.
Yeah, something snaps. Something went prang inside old Yuhnbric's skull there. He is not mentally equipped to deal with this bullshit.
Yuhnbric, are your ears bleeding?
I don't know. Are they? Will they? Are they not?
How does insanity work in this system? Do we have mechanics for it? You know what, fuck it. Ollie, go roll on the Dark Heresy insanity table, see what you get.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Zan'zharim, you almost feel like you have a sense of deja vu, but no, everything's fine. And then the thing stalking you through the night backs up, crouch walking backwards into the lamplight, torchlight even, there we go, where you see the face of the nearly nude Nord scowling back up at you.
You have until the end of tonight to accept my offer.
I will kill you.
You can try.
My quest XP, son of a bit. Yuhnbric, reality skips one final time.
Another thing goes twang inside his mental state.
So, the nearly nude Nord runs off into the darkness.
I was going to say, do you still have XP stored up?
You can spend XP during the session.
No, but could you offer it as a quest reward for a certain someone?
I did give Nazim 120 XP once.
Cannot give. God damn it! I'm not engaging.
Will this be the
Next thing you want
episode?
to say, hey!
Meanwhile,
Will we achieve Chim this time?
back at the Smoky Helgen.
It's more like a rubbly Helgen now.
The Rubbly Helgen?
Oh wait,
We can be
no.
both.
It's a boat.
I mean, it wasn't
I
Helgen
see.
though.
Sorry, yeah, you meant the actual town. I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think the boat's been destroyed. I think the boat's fine. What's wrong with the boat? Have I forgotten something? No, it's fine.
They mugged me and punctured my boat.
And did nothing to find their love pet.
Oh. So, it's a beautiful phrase.
What was the phrase?
They mugged me and punctured my boat.
What?
So, Yuhnbric and Revere. Yuhnbric and Revere. You're back at the Smoky Helgen, relaxing on the deck, which is totally barren of furniture. What do?
How many insanity points do you consider me to have, Ewan?
Give me a D100 and add 20.
100 and add 20. Okay, cool. Wait, is that for insanity points?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. This is going to really
Just don't
fuck
get
my
above 80 and you'll be fine.
Okay, 33.
There you
So, cool. So I'm going to roll on the mental traumas table.
You're doing pretty well, all told.
Yeah, all told, this actually isn't too bad. So roll. So it's a plus 10 for every degree of failure on the trauma test. So I need to roll. Oh, trauma modifier is at plus 10. So wait, I don't know if that's good or not.
Trauma modifier.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard anyone sound so upbeat about the phrase trauma modifier.
You said trolling modifier at first.
Trolling
Cool.
modifier.
So my trauma test. I actually don't know what the trauma test rolls off of. I assume it's just willpower. Okay, so my willpower is actually fairly high, 51. So I only got 1 degree of failure there. So now I roll a 1d100 and add 10. Wow. Okay.
Isn't that death?
No, that's fear. That's fear.
Oh,
Lucky
yeah.
enough.
Brick just collapses forward.
Cool. So I'm on 104. So I now gain a temporary severe phobia, and it lasts for 1d5 days.
Okay.
Is it off Khajiit?
So 2 days, and it is.
What perfect amount of time?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Alfred gets here in 3 days, I think, at this point.
Where's the list of the
You make
severe?
up the phobia.
Huh?
You make up the phobia.
Okay.
Alternatively, I think there are some in the character creation supplement, but you can do it on the side.
Try
Have
and
a
roll phobia
phobia
of time.
Sounds hilarious. All right, yeah, there we go, Ollie. Unless you strongly object, your phobia for the next 2 days.
Suggested it. Me and Creed suggested it at pretty much exactly the same time.
Sorry, I didn't hear that at all, I'm afraid. But fair. Cool, so yeah, for the next 2 days, Yuhnbric is cripplingly afraid of the concept of time. Which, in this setting, would also mean dragons, but that was technically probably...
Oh, they don't exist. It's fine.
They do exist.
Nope, not anymore.
Oh, I see. Right, okay, cool, there we go. Everyone else, the 9 divines, the 8 divines. Fucking Yuhnbric over here, the 7 divines. Dragons do not count. They're fictional. No.
Helgen was just a conspiracy.
Helgen was an inside job.
Dragonfire can't melt stone beam.
Oh, I don't want to go.
Oh dear. Surely it will be Dragonfire can't melt stone orphanages.
And retirement homes.
So,
are there any clocks on board the ship? I want to throw them overboard.
I'm afraid not.
Cool, that's good. Exactly what I wanted.
So, does anyone have anything urgent they want to do for the night? It sounds like Arnaulf is still mulling over his options at last check. Jomo's enjoying being pampered on technically
Revere's
Catclop's dime. Yeah, I'd say Revere's dime, but he did make it illicitly. And this money would have been Catclop's half of the sale, so...
Well, for the record, tomorrow is the last day and night we could try summoning the Daedra if anyone wanted to give it a go. Blowing up the warehouse is an option any night. Anyone fancies blowing up the old warehouse?
You could still pay for my song.
I was going to spend a few nights creeping people out, wasn't I?
I don't know how you're going to do that at this point, I'm afraid, mate. There's going to be an APB out on you by the end of the night.
Well, surely that's what will creep people out. The fact that there's a warrant out for a saber-tooth.
Claw marks on walls, tapping on windows while people are sleeping. Just a shadow in the background.
What are you, the fucking Krampus? Sorry, the image of this giant murderous saber-toothed tiger tapping on the windows with a claw and then slinking away.
Yeah,
He is the Catclop he speaks for the memes.
God damn it. Oh fuck! Don't use
I upped my stealth to
damn
this,
it.
Ewan.
Well, I mean, you're gonna bloody need it if you're gonna wander around this heavily guarded city in wartime, hoping not to run into anyone.
Whilst also trying to creep the fuck out of people by knocking on windows.
I mean, I don't know. It's not like it doesn't have a big silhouette. It arguably would creep the fuck out of people, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So Revere and Yuhnbric were back at the boat. Jomo was enjoying his pampered evening in. Zan'zharim was creeping people out / avoiding the nearly nude Nord. And then, we lost Ollie.
I'm back, don't worry.
Oh, fair. And then presumably going back to eat as much. I mean, you paid for like the full aristocratic experience, so there's got to be skooma in there.
Again! Not again!
You're getting flashbacks. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're going to lock Arnaulf inside a vault. Then everyone else takes skooma.
As is tradition.
Exactly. So unless anyone has anything they desperately wanted to get done tonight, that sounds like we're flipping over to Catclop.
I mean, I did kind of want to move some of them barrels out now, but maybe I want to explode some sun from the warehouse. I did remember I wanted to.
No, it's just absolutely doable. For the record, you don't have free access to the warehouse, and it is guarded.
Oh, okay. I thought it was abandoned.
No, it's like got a shit ton of valuable explosive barrels in there.
Cool. I'm just going to spend the night then in existential dread.
Looking up at the stars. Well, I suppose not looking up the stars, actually, as they are symbols of the gods, including God of Time.
I guess. Well, if I see, yeah. Cursing the light for moving.
I don't know if
Why-
it does move. I think the stars are stationary in this setting.
Oh, not the star, but whatever is the light, the main source of light on Tamriel.
I think that's the
Sun, which is also stationary.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's Magnus's.
So, what does Tamriel move then?
No,
What's
not really.
moving to cause the sun to shed light and then darkness, then light? Or
That's
does
a
it
very good question.
Just
Lawmaster.
a big old tarp.
I believe it. They've got a. It's one Aurora in Oblivion that does this. Yeah, it is literally like Tamriel revolves around the sun.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I can
Right.
curse Tamriel for moving then. And as a rocket scientist, I may know it does that.
Fair. Okay. So yeah, that's Yuhnbric for the evening. Mind torn between how do I steal all these barrels and oh god, every second that passes is another second that passes. Catclop.
Aye.
What are we doing?
I am stalking the town and just freaking people out, but in like there's something in the shadows way.
It's a really, really pervy Khajiit rolling around flashing people, and no one's reporting it because they don't think they'll be believed.
Alright.
I'm in a brothel.
I will take stealth for the initial thing. We'll call it a +0 over
Okay.
your agility, please. And you know what? Whilst you're rolling that, I'm going to go pour myself a wine.
Okay. I'm gonna luck that. Oh, and let's luck one more time. Come on.
82.
You can't look more than once anyway.
Yes, you can.
Not to reroll.
Oh, you're right.
Burn.
Actually, no, yeah. It's fucking adding on to degrees of success. I have to burn luck for that. Burn
Make it-
luck.
But gods, it's always worked
Wait.
in Warhammer Fantasy.
Wait. No, 85 is my lucky number. 85. I needed 70. I'm gonna. It's burn a luck. 1 luck point to reroll, isn't it?
No, so it was
No.
3.
Oh, for burn 3, I lose the lucky number. You know what? Fuck it. Let's burn 3 luck points to reroll. But would that count? Should I wait till Ewan gets back to ask him if that
Probably.
93 counts? Or
What happens?
I don't know.
I-
Young Nicholas is debating things.
yeah, I rerolled 1 time more than I should have, and then I decided, oh no, I do want to reroll and burn the luck. I'm wondering if that 93 sticks, or I get to roll again.
Mm-hmm.
This wine has taken a while. Is he poured his glass and it's just chugging from the bottle now?
Implying
He's poured out his
implying
reserves.
there was ever a glass.
I mean, yeah, that was.
He's trying to find a straw.
Like, unless it's one of those like funky, twirly, crazy straws, like it is no point.
Okay, what are we doing?
So I accidentally rolled a reroll that I couldn't roll, but now I do want to burn the luck to reroll. Does the 93 stick, or do I get to roll again?
Did you declare that you wanted to burn the luck before you did the reroll?
No, I assumed it was just using a luck point.
Then it is an invalid roll and it doesn't count. So
Okay,
You
cool.
are fine.
So burning luck now.
wait, can you burn luck for that? Like
Yes.
I know you can burn luck for that, but I don't know if you can you can burn luck.
You can burn 3 luck to reroll failed roll test. This may
yeah, but you can only do one reroll
once for a
per
given test.
Yeah.
So I can reroll once by spending a luck. No,
No,
I know.
I spend a luck point
A
whenever
test
they
what?
fail a test.
You've already used your reroll basically, so you can't burn the luck for it.
They
4th
may-
time's a charm.
once for a given test. So does the spending and the burning count as separate?
No, I would say they're the same thing.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So I'm sorry, Nicholas. What was your doff there?
Ugh, my doff. Did it get worse? It got a little bit better on the second one. But it's only what was I looking at? Character sheet.
I'm incredibly surprised you didn't spend a stamina on something. You always spend a stamina.
Would have helped. I was like, no, I've got luck. I'll do that instead. It makes more sense. So dumb. The one time I don't. It was a 70, so that's 1 degree?
Yeah, looks like one doff.
1 doff.
Cool. So you proceed into town and then find yourself in quite a nice upmarket residential district. I think you're actually in Upper Solitude even. You have a bit of a whale of a time, actually, trailing past these houses, tapping on the window glasses, giving low growls outside the houses of outside the rooms where you can see there are people on the opposite side, generally freaking people the fuck out, really enjoying yourself, like an evil cat-based boogeyman. Yes. It's only when you hear the yells and cries coming from a little bit further up that you look up the hill and see a veritable tide of guards, maybe 20 of them, torches aloft, pouring towards town. But you twig that something may be slightly amiss.
Okay.
You can hear,
Bolt?
You can indeed bolt. You can also, I think, hear people yelling from many directions. There is basically a full-on manhunt for the saber-toothed tiger loose in the 1%er region of the capital.
Nice. I will also say, they do have a minus 20 to track me, but I am aware I failed my stealth check.
They have a minus 20 to track you. That is not the same as hunting you through the narrow streets.
Well.
If they were like, if they had lots of different, what would be an example? So if it was like one person, they might be tracking you. What's happening now is a full-on manhunt. Technically not even a manhunt.
Because you're not a man, you're a cat.
But you have limited places to go. They know the
Yeah.
terrain significantly better, and they're coming at you from functionally all angles.
Okay. Let's try casting Chameleon on myself.
That's quite sensible.
It's a level 3. This costs 10. And it is illusion. I have an apprentice. So that's a plus 10 to my willpower. 34 or less. Let's see what we get. Chameleon goes off!
Cool. How long does it last?
That's a good question.
A minute or a round, depending on the rules you read.
Cool, we'll say a minute.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So you've bought yourself a little bit of breathing space. They're not likely to find you any time in the next minute or so. Arguably a couple of minutes, since this would let you reposition to somewhere a little bit better. What is your long-term plan here? Where are you going, and how are you getting there? I will remind you that you are currently in the upper district of Solitude, so there is a rather large curtain wall, which is probably shut for the evening at this point, between you and the lower district.
How tall is this wall?
Extremely.
Extremely.
It would have stairs on your side, so you could probably get up it, but you have to jump off it. And it is, maybe 3-4 stories. It is functionally Upper Solitude acts as another fortified city within Solitude.
Okay. And getting down on the other side, would there be another stair? Or you said there's stairs. Oh, I see stairs go up over the wall because the wall. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. And I'm assuming the gates are like Oblivion gates, as in Oblivion, Tamriel. What's the capital in Oblivion? Cyrodiil kind of sized doors, sort of thing. We're talking.
So they're big fuck-off castle gates, I'm afraid. Again, you're dealing with fortifications. Usually they would probably be open, even at night. Solitude doesn't really sleep. But this is time of war, and the enemy army is on the way. They're ready just in case, say, Ulfric tries a surprise suicide strike against Solitude for no particular reason.
Full damage. How much damage can it do?
Good question. Damage.
Could you climb down using your claws?
I am considering that, but I don't think I'll be allowed to.
Sorry, I'm searching through full damage. Why does it not seem to say how much full damage is? That's annoying. There's a million ways to reduce full damage, but it doesn't show up when I just search for full damage in the PDF.
Kind of silly.
Sorry, just talk amongst yourselves for a moment whilst I try and find this. I should have predicted that young Nicholas was going to have to jump over a wall this session, but alas, I am dumb.
Dumb.
Falling. Falling inflicts 1d8 plus meters fallen beyond 2 damage to the body. 4 stories, 4 times 3, so 12 meters.
Okay, 12. Minus 4 because of my catfall, yeah.
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 It's minus 2 because of your catfall, isn't it? And then the standard 2.
Sorry. Yeah, catfall's equal to my acrobatic skill bonus, which is 3? Minus 3 meters then? Because Adept is plus 30, isn't it? So yeah.
Adept is 3, yeah.
Cool, so that would be minus 3 plus the standard 2 that everyone can tank. So you would be on 1d8 plus 7.
I can survive that.
Sure.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Oh well, let's do a Nick. Up the stairs I go.
I think you're pretty tanky. I think you probably survive that. Should have made the walls tall.
Let's go up the stairs and just jump over the wall. Fuck it.
Like, full damage doesn't get exploding crits, does it?
I can't think why Mundus wouldn't get exploding crits. It's not Mundus, it's Tamriel. Tamriel.
Jump doesn't reduce full damage, does it?
No, if anything, jump would make it worse.
Yeah. Cool.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Cool. I will. Ooh, sorry, Ollie.
So you got to do what they do in Just Cause 4 and accelerate at the ground to
Ooh.
survive.
That only
Also-
works if you have the pull cannon thing.
For the scene, especially while I'm invisible, I like to spend a stamina to double my movement speed.
Every time. Cool. Okay, I will take athletics over strength, and we'll give you a +20 for your doubled speed. As you barrel out there like a very greasy predator.
Okay.
Like a bat out of hell, I'll be good.
Athletics, apprentice +20. This is over strength, is it?
Yeah.
The beard is back.
Cool. Athletics. 2.
No, you're not
Let's.
looking.
I didn't do it last time. I didn't trust it. I trust it this time. I'm going to spend the stamina for +20, so we're now in 90.
You already spent the stamina for +20. Oh,
For
that was
the-
for doubling your speed, wasn't it? Yeah, all right. Carry
Yeah,
on.
that's separate. Yeah. Cool. Double speed and. Yay! 4 degrees of success.
4 degrees of success. So, as literally dozens of torch-wielding guards converge on your position, chameleoned, wrong setting. Chameleoned, so you're somewhat see-through, somewhat blended into the background. You launch yourself, going at a full-on run through the streets of Solitude, making a beeline for the upper district's walls. You have to more than once barrel through 2s and 3s of Solitude guards as you see that they're actually hunting you very seriously. You've passed maybe 12, 2 dozen at least, and those are just the ones you've gone past, not even the ones you can hear behind you. However, the walls are an easy landmark to hit, and it's bare minutes, if that, before you find yourselves at them, bounding up a tall set of stairs to the top where there are more guards patrolling. They see you, they shriek, they scream, they send up the alarm. But you have no interest in staying and killing people. Your focus is on escape. So you barrel over the side of the walls and land hard on the opposite side. Who wants to roll damage against your Nicholas?
I do.
Oh.
Oh, it sounds like Creed. Was that me or?
It's just Fabs coming back in.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do it, Creed?
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like Creed wants to do it. I don't know.
Either one of you, whoever does it, it's a D8 +7.
I won.
Go for it. Nice.
Your Nicholas, if you'd like to take 14 points of damage to the leg.
I can do that.
What is your HP total? I don't really have a good grasp of averages because mine's like half.
Yeah, I don't really have a good grasp of how much damage. There's a lot of damage in this system, to be honest. I've avoided combat like the plague.
Well, I mean, like, that would almost kill me. I've got 15.
I've got 19, so that would hurt.
Jomo lands and his knees move up to thigh level, but he continues waddling.
Just suddenly a dwarf.
Oh
I have
god, everything
6.
hurts.
Dr. Kate.
Potions. Gotta heal the bones, gotta heal the bones.
Imagine if they just healed though where they were rather than pushing you back. And now you've got permanent stilt legs. That's permanent peg leg, sorry.
My favourite version of Grim D&D is where, yeah, health potions will help you in the moment, but they just heal you up then and there. They don't actually heal you well, so it is not a permanent solution.
Magical anesthetics for everybody.
Not even magical anesthetics, so that they basically do what Ollie was saying, where it's like, yeah, it'll heal your bones, but if your bones are shattered, they're going to work, but fuck you, you've now permanently crippled yourself.
Look at all that exploded bone that grew new bone between it.
Exactly. Grim. Catclop, you are now in the lower district of Solitude. There are more guards rushing up from the lower district to attack you, and the ones in the upper district are currently in the process of actually trying to unlock the doors so they can get out from upper Solitude and pursue you into lower Solitude. What do? Where go?
You've opened one of the doors.
The guards in the lower, do they know exactly where I am, or do they even know I've jumped over yet?
Yes, they would have seen and heard you. Your chameleon operates under predator rules, basically, so you are more difficult to see and you blend in with the background, but especially when you're moving, they can see the shimmer.
Okay. I guess what I'm trying to gauge is, like, were they expecting me to jump over the wall sort of thing, or are they just, like, being called to the upper district?
No, yeah, they've been called with, there's a rogue saber-tooth. Oh god, maybe it's magic. Oh, is it a Deirdre? It sounds like a Deirdre. We've got a Deirdre loose in the city type of thing. There's an APB up for mysterious magical murderer the size of a horse rushing through town. For all they know, you could be a hyper-intelligent werewolf.
Let's go hide, shall we?
Okay, I will take... God, what would that be? Do we have stealth, or is that subterfuge in this setting?
There's stealth.
Cool. I will take stealth over agility at a -30, please.
I've just got this freeze frame
Okay.
of Nick's character in my mind's eye saying, "So I bet you're wondering how I got here."
All right, so that's rolling at a net. That's rolling at a net +0 because I'm adept at stealth. That's +30. So
You did train for this, I'll give you that.
yes, I did. Which I'm 40, which means do I go with luck or do I go with +20? +20 is probably better.
We've been on this for a while, so...
Really have.
We'll go with the +20. We'll see how this goes.
Whilst sleeping comfortably in his cot, Arnaulf dreams of civil sabotage.
Fuck.
Arnold has his plans ready and has been had his plans ready for about 5 minutes now.
Which means I think that's 1 degree of failure. Because it's just +30 and I have nothing else. It's another failure on the stealth. Stealth's not going well.
You rush into the lower district, but you hear someone behind you scream out, There it goes! Follow the blur!
Blur off.
And let's skip over to other people. For the record, sorry, I was trying to remember character names then. Jomo and Zan'zharim, you will both have heard the clamour going up in the streets outside as the city guard has immediately rushed to full alert. Likewise, Yuhnbric and Revere, you will both have heard the clamour going up as guards are draining out of the docks and throwing themselves towards Upper Solitude, everyone rushing to deal with the rogue assassin before it murders someone important. And,
Oh man, it sounds busy out there. Guess I
I'm
should
already
get-
awake,
stay inside.
so
oh yeah, no, I think Jomo and Zan'zharim were both in their comfortable quarters. You and Revere were on the deck of the Smoky Helgen. Meanwhile, in Castle Tower, Arnaulf has been plotting all day, coming up with what he wants to do. There's a curious stirring in the castle as people rush to man guard posts and ancillary squads begin flooding out of the castle gates. Arnaulf, what do?
Okay, so what is something that's kept a lot in siege defenses and, more importantly, inventories for siege weapons?
Pitch.
Pitch, oil, all good stuff. So here's my plan. I'm going to try and sabotage some of it in the actual castle itself, causing some damage, but I'm going to try and pin that blame on someone else, if I can.
Okay.
I'm then going to volunteer myself, being an outstanding candidate and proud imperial servant who just wants to do his right by the Legion, to lead an effort to move the inventory out to the walls where it's going to be safer in each individual pod. It makes it harder for people to attack a central location. And once we can get there, we can get some burning pitch and some oil, and there's going to be a terrible accident with some gates.
Wood varnish, you say?
Wood varnish.
Roll out the auction and
does anyone need a quick little ditty about wood varnish?
Sorry, I was just looking at the Castle Dower NPCs to see if there was a quartermaster or something. There isn't, though we do have a named guard captain for Solitude. It's Captain Aldis.
Because he has quests
He has quests?
in the game. That's probably why he's staying.
Oh, so he do. Ooh, rip Captain Elvis. Okay. There is an elderly quartermaster in the armory adjacent to the siege weapon storage room. Siege weapon ammunition storage room.
Well, no one will buy that, though.
I think when everything's on fire and exploding, you don't have to care about them buying it.
No, I think
Who are you hoping for with?
So
suitable
I
stuff?
presume there are plenty of other recruits.
Yeah, definitely dozens.
Yes. So is there anyone who I presume I've mixed with a few of them in the training session? Is there anyone who really stands out? Is there something I could roll to identify anyone who stands out? Perhaps some kind of personality roll.
Sure, we'll take observe over personality.
Okay. That is a failure. I will spend a luck point. That is a pass! 3 degrees.
3 degrees. Cool. What type of person are you hoping for here in terms of standing out? You're wanting like a blowhard or someone who's arrogant?
No, I'm thinking someone who's going to be more obvious and more in the mind of the Imperials that they might fear. So I'm looking for someone who's perhaps a young man who's very hot-headed in his desire to punish Ulfric, who's really seems like he's trying a bit too hard to overcompensate for the fact that he's totally not a spy.
I mean,
perhaps someone from the east of Skyrim.
Depends how ambitious you want to be, but there is always Legate Ricky.
Oh my god.
Like Ulfric's former BFF. They served together in the Great War. They were in the same unit.
No one would ever suspect her.
It's been a while since I played anything with her in the game, but I think she might only still be around because Tullius likes her, and so he's vouching for her. But otherwise, for everyone else, like, yeah, she's so obviously a security risk.
Guys, do I be balls to the wall, get Ricky involved, or do I just go for the nice, easy targets?
Well, are you going to try? You going to frame her, or are you going to try and
frame her?
I mean, fuck it, why not? That sounds like a laugh. If it can be done somewhat speedily, I suppose.
Fair. How are you thinking of framing someone?
Well, presumably, to gain access to the subs like this and create an opportunity. Now, people don't need to know that I've been there, but obviously, what's the best way to gain access to an armory? By being an officer with access to the duty logs and putting who's in on that day.
Certainly. She is Tullius's, I don't think she's his assistant, but she's like his maybe second in command?
She's a legate in the Imperial Legion. She's high up enough to have access to that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, she's absolutely got access. Like, she's the Dragonborn's handler if he signs up if they sign up in Skyrim.
So, I think my plan will be to try and get in to falsify those records to make it seem like she's been changing them to get her people and the kind of people who are from Skyrim, not just members of the Imperial Legion, because members of the Imperial Legion are from all over.
True.
So make it seem like more people who are directly from Skyrim are being assigned to key positions.
The good old double falsification.
Exactly.
I suppose you could probably also, if you had access to her personal quarters, somehow get some pitch on her clothes or something. I'm not trying to say, like, this is better, just that feels like something that might occur to you, so I thought I would mention it.
Okay.
But definitely not mandatory at all. Cool, okay, so in the chaos, you spot opportunity and decide to make a beeline for the administrative division. The Imperial Legion being the Imperial Legion, and indeed Nords being Nords, they have a lot of their paperwork out in the open, on big, scroll-strewn tables, which just anyone walking into these rooms can find, if you've ever played these games.
I would also, just to make sure about this, can I gain bonuses if I can identify servants and or menials any of whom might look down on their luck and might be very bribable with the 250G siding bonus I got.
I would say you've only been here for a day and you've already done a lot of like background stuff. If it had been longer, then maybe.
That's fine.
Cool. You can probably judge on the Eel Marcher stuff just going by people's names at the very least. Like, it might not hold up to rigorous investigation, but going, yes, everyone knows that
They just have to sound Nordic.
Well, I mean, Eel March will have distinctive names as well, is what I'm trying to get across there, and you can be going, this one sounds like they're from Eel March, and put that one in. Actually, I don't know if Rick is from Eel March herself, or if she's from Solitude, but yeah. Cool. I think
subterfuge roll.
That is probably going to be subterfuge over
perception or luck.
I'm gonna say you can either have subterfuge over luck at a -10 because this is very dicey, or you can do subterfuge over dex to try and like manually stealth over to stealth to get access to the records, basically, in the chaos as the castle mobilizes for something that you don't stop to find out what it is.
Okay, I'll take the second one then, please. I presume that's agility rather than dex, because we don't have dex.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, so
God damn it, get out of my head.
That's a success. 1
Doss?
degree.
1 degree. Cool. Okay, the castle is in uproar. People are rushing this way and that. Recruits are being roused from their beds. It's pretty clear that people don't seem to know quite what's going on. And not knowing quite what's going on, but knowing that a civil war is at hand, and that Ulfric is on the way, a lot of people are just assuming that the Stormcloaks have reached the walls in record time, which is massively impeding mobilization, but really works for you, giving you ample opportunity to gain access to one of the chief planning rooms and what's in there to start doctoring documents. Tullius, Ricke, the legates, etc., are all out and about in the castle at the moment, organizing people, trying to get things under control, trying to manage. You have maybe 20-30 minutes to work uninterrupted. If that.
Yeah, I can speak. I speak Cyrillic, Nordic, and Dwemeris. I can write in those languages as well, so... What will you need me to roll?
Okay. So... That's a good question. Let me take a look at your stats. I think this might be subterfuge over perception, and I will let you roll once per every 5-minute block of time. We're not going to set
6 rolls.
Well, I'm not going to set you actually a minimum or maximum degrees of success thing. It's up to you how many of those slots you want to take. So if shit is completely fucked at the 15-minute mark and you just want to desert and rush out into solitude, that is valid.
No, see, I don't think I'm going to want to sprinkle too many clues in there, because too many clues will make it seem like it's really an obvious setup. You want 1 or 2 sprinkled throughout. Because if people think, oh yeah, no, they're just obviously being set up if it's been completely changed, so that... But if there's only the 1 or 2 at crucial times...
Well, we'll see if you manage to over-egg it or under-egg it.
Okay, so first one.
It's like a good lie. It's always
That's
based
a
on the
fail,
truth.
but I'll use a luck point. That's still a fail. It's not by much.
Doff?
1.
Cool, I will keep track of your Doff versus Doffs for you. Cool, do you want to do the next block?
Yes. I've got 1 more luck point. That's a success. That's many successes.
How many?
That is 41, 51, going down to 11. 4 degrees of success.
Cool, takes you up to +3. Next block?
I wonder if that's going to be enough. Because I only need a few in there just to...
More degrees of success isn't necessarily more names. It could be higher quality or like getting to choose more of...
Do I risk it?
I think that's for the party.
That's what I was asking them.
More dice, more good.
Makes a compelling case.
He does. Okay, I'll do one more. Okay, can I burn some luck?
Oh,
3 luck.
Don't burn it. Keep it, you coward.
No, I'm not letting it ride because at 100, Tullius kicks the door and catches me
Let it ride, you coward.
Ricky was here.
Are you telling me you don't want Tullius to come out of the toilet in his dressing gown with a mug of hot chocolate and just make really awkward eye contact with you?
His net-printed dressing gown.
I am going to burn a luck point.
It's burned
3
luck
for a
points
reroll.
to-
Okay, I will burn 3 luck points.
Can we have the luck in the form of a reality shift? Because I still want you to word Tullius coming out of the fucking bathroom.
Okay, it's still really bad, but it's
Get
not
that
100.
chance.
Okay, so that
Fucking
is
Stendar on my side tonight.
4 degrees of failure. That's 4 degrees of failure, taking me down to
-1 again.
-1.
And I would have loved it too, Nicholas, but sadly, this is what happens when we don't let hundreds ride.
I'm not dueling Gerald Tullius. Fuck you.
Well, we don't know the result.
Like, if you're
Okay,
ever going
I'll-
to stand
I'm
a chance at killing him when all he's wearing is his dressing gown.
Yeah, but knowing my luck, he wouldn't be wearing his dressing gown.
I mean, Ewan did explicitly say, if anything, Ewan actually just nearly allowed you to win the entire game there.
It's an uncomfortably short dressing gown.
Win the entire game, you mean martyr myself, killing General Tullius, and then dying under the spears of the Imperial Legion.
Very
It's an
true.
uncomfortably
Like,
short dressing
Oh,
gown.
to be fair, what an entrance to something.
And
Hot
an
chocolate,
uncomfortably
extra
short-
marshmallows.
How did you die? I took the head of the Imperial General and then died amidst his army. Get on my level, Ulfric Stormcloak.
Can't lie, with an uncomfortably short dressing gown, that phrasing is awfully suspect.
uncomfortably short dressing gown, mug of hot chocolate, I Heart the Emperor emblazoned on the dressing gown, and like really overly sized medieval flip.
Okay, I will try another one if I've still got time.
You were at the halfway mark. Oh wait, no, let me
Okay.
have a look. Yeah, I think that was block 3, so you're at the halfway
Okay.
mark.
That is another failure, but it's only 1 degree. So -2.
Yep. 2 blocks left.
Okay, that is a success. It's 4 successes, yes!
Oh, first time as well.
Oh, 4 successes, but I miscounted the one previously. That should have been -2. So I would go down to -3, so I'd be on +1 now.
Yes.
And spend a
Okay.
luck to boost it, and that you can keep on doing.
It's not burn. He means you can burn a luck to boost.
Yeah,
it.
can
But
I
yes,
can
you
I
do
spend
that.
can I spend a stamina point for a bonus in this?
Afraid not. That is only strength or agility.
Okay.
Just burn
right.
all your luck and get 36.
I've got +1 now.
You can burn all of your luck for.
I'm not burning all of my. Okay, I will try one more.
Think of it like this: like the luck only really matters.
Okay, so that is
It was such a good plan.
-3. -3. Okay.
You did not deserve this, though. Like
How much?
Benji.
How much longer have I got? Because I could.
that was your 6th block.
The Benji, if you burn 6 luck, that becomes 3 success.
Unfortunately, I believe you have to burn luck on an already successful roll. Let me just double check.
Oh,
Christ, this is the gamiest roll I've ever seen.
That's kind of beautiful. He's ended up like his 6th block result is the same as his 1st block result, which I find very pleasingly symmetrical.
Wait, well, sorry,
Burn 1 luck to add a degree of success to a successful test. He cannot burn luck to improve that.
I see.
Well, I had to miss something. I had to go to the kitchen and something. What's Benji blocking?
You didn't go to the kitchen. You're on webcam. You've been here the whole time.
I went to the webcam earlier. Oh, sorry, went to the kitchen earlier, but I also
That
just
was
wasn't.
like 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
You're a really poor liar.
Right. So I have. Is this? I've just failed to add the names, or I've added them badly, or
You have added them badly, scratched out a lot of stuff. It's not immediately clear that it was you who did it, but it's very obvious that someone has tampered with this.
Okay, this is
documentation.
Okay, so the frame up has failed, right? We're going to plan B, burn the fucker down.
Excellent.
Again, I think
If you burn the book, they have no idea who's being framed.
I think it was a great plan, and it deserved a lot better than it got.
My God, you tried.
I could have stopped. I could have stopped.
You could have stopped. It's true. Gambler's fallacy gets everyone.
Yeah, but okay, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I say, plan B, burn the fucker down.
Yeah, you can hear that the chaos outside seems to be dying down. Tullius's characteristic yelling, no doubt wearing his fearful Imperial commander's dressing gown, is audible even through the castle walls. You have fairly limited time to rush down to the armory and then sneak through the stacks of assorted weaponry, as you can hear.
Would you like a stealth test for this?
No, we did say earlier that because you spent your day doing this basically, so you already figured out a route to get. It's not suspicious for you to be wandering around the castle. There's lots of people rushing around the castle at the moment, and we already said that you'd figured out the route once you get in the armory, like how to get into the storage room without being seen, because you got like 4 DOS on the finding an area test.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, I'm not going to make you roll again for that. You get past basically a load of people in the armory who are all grabbing weapons or going up to the incredibly overtaxed and very sleepy quartermaster who's still wearing his pajama cap, leaving you quietly alone in the storage room with ballista bolts, boulders for the catapults, and Keely, a rather large collection of barrels and jars of pitch. Had to focus really hard not to say piss.
But you just did.
What to
What's
do?
the organ?
Okay, so taking out the most. I want to try and take out the most as I can now, but not so much that I'm going to splash pitch everywhere and make it really obvious that it's me. So I think spreading a little bit of pitch out of the jars onto the ballista bolts and then lighting them.
Cool. Do you have any easy method of transferring at all?
What, the pitch or the...
The pitch.
Other than picking up the jars, no.
Fair. They're sort of... they're siege barrels, so they're quite hefty, but you could conceivably get one.
Can I do a strength test?
Yeah, we'll let you do a strength test, basically, and if you fail, you will get...
Can I use athletics for it?
Sure, we'll make it athletics over strength and a minus
Okay,
10.
I want to spend a stamina point.
Alright, that brings you up to a net plus 10. And
Plus
if you
10.
fail, you will get pitch on you. If you succeed, you will.
Okay, so that was 4 degrees of success.
Cool. Yeah, no, you are carried aloft on wings of adrenaline and hatred, thinking of the smug smile wiped off of Tullius's wagon-stealing face. As you haul one of the barrels of pitch over to the large primary stack of the ballista bolts and carefully wrench that thing onto the top, rip the lid off, push it over so that it starts glug, 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 just stickily, slowly oozing pitch out onto and through the ballista bolts, and then back off real quick before any can so much as splash on you. What do?
Burning this fucker down.
Do you have a fire?
I presume I brought fire lighting gear, given my plan has been from the beginning.
There's probably a torch in the room.
With embellishments, burn the fucker down.
Yeah, I was going to ask how's the room lit.
Yeah, there's probably a torch in the room. You can grab that. We did describe it as being partially recessed into the ground, so it's not like it has windows or anything. Cool. What are you burning exactly? Is it just the ballista bolts, or are you just going to start lighting the barrels of pitch as well?
I'm going to start with the ballista bolts, then I'm going to light the barrels of pitch, and then I'm going to run for it. Because, well, I'm going to speedily make an exit in a non-surreptitious way, but otherwise get the hell out of Dodge, because that shit's going to go up.
Surreptitious.
Nonchalantly.
Surreptitious.
Entirely fair. Okay, so thrusting your torch into the pitch-soaked centre of the big pile of ballista bolts, or stack rather, you give it 10 seconds until you're certain that the pitch has really, really started to catch, the fire now rippling through the core of the ballista bolts. And then walk over to the rest of the barrels and, one by one, wrenching their lids off, light each in turn. You're missing some top quality miming on the cameras, by the way.
I'm sure.
Just me and Ollie staring at each other. It has now been maybe an hour or so since you rushed out of bed. The clamour outside seems to have died down dramatically, and though you'll be able to sneak out of this section of the armory, you might have a little bit more of trouble sneaking out of Castle Dower. It's also
I'm
probably...
not going to sneak out of Castle Tower. I'm staying inside Castle Tower.
Oh, okay.
What does the criminal never do? Return to the scene of the crime.
Can't return if you never left.
Exactly.
So, you sort of awkwardly scooch around the door, see if anyone's in the armory. Yeah, there's people still in the armory. Quietly walk out, and no one's seeing me. Just walk, join the queue. Pantomime, really seeming like you're done with this queue, and walk back to your rooms quietly and as non-suspiciously as you can manage. I will take a subterfuge over personality at a +20 just to see if your composure breaks. DOS?
2.
You
No, 3.
hold the simultaneous fear, scowl, and sort of enjoyment grin off of your face as best you can. Anyone who was looking at you for longer than 20 seconds might see you twitching erratically from every minor facial muscle, but as you speed walk through the corridors of Castle Dower, you just about get away with it.
Hatred of that wagon-stealing wanker sustains me.
It was a good pain.
Meanwhile, elsewhere.
That's a while away.
Alright, let's just quietly dispose of Nicholas. There we go.
The hero we needed.
I'll kill you, Carl. I'll kill you all.
And what?
Let's, I think young Nicholas is probably our most active party. Young Nicholas, where are you wanting to try to escape to?
I haven't had any input from anyone else, but I know there are docks, and I have a plan, so let's go to the docks.
Cool, that is effectively one entire edge of Lower Solitude.
Closest bit of deep water.
Fucking swim away.
You're just gonna swim out into Hjalmar.
I'm going to try casting water breathing, so we'll see how this goes.
I just like the idea of you being like, I'm in international waters now, motherfuckers. You can't prosecute me.
It was either
Again,
this or
another
reenacted
misconception.
King Kong.
Alright.
Like, even in international waters, you're still subject to the waters of your origin location.
Didn't know that. Thank you, Carl.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Empire of Tamriel claims jurisdiction over, the oceans.
Yes, the
I thought
Yeah, they would.
like you couldn't be. Oh, I mean, it makes
It's
sense,
not
but you're something different.
Okay, just so we're clear, Nicholas, if you succeed, you will have effectively recused yourself from the campaign, so would you be comfortable taking, like, an NPC of some kind, so you can still be around?
I'm planning on coming back after I've hid.
But we've only got 2 days, and they're going to keep on looking at you for more than 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see.
Just put on a hat, you'll be fine.
Just roll observe and see if you spot the boys on the boat. That guy who stole you and the elf.
I mean, that's arguably going to be the first. Everyone got a really good look at Revere, so that will be the first person they go to talk to. If anything, Revere is in danger of getting arrested and doesn't realise it yet. He's been implicated in murder.
It's the second time in as many days.
Oh dear.
Crime.
There's an outside chance that everyone but Yuhnbric will be executed for treason at this point.
Well, I know that Zan'zharim was planning on prowling rooftops, don't I?
I mean, yes, but one, that has actually finished now, and two, he is a small house cat in the largest city in the country.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not saying that means that you can't play anymore. Obviously, you'd still be welcome to play, but we'd probably want to give you like an NPC or something. Since
I'll try to hide then, rather than retiring Catclop. My characters either die as I play them, or we finish the campaign. So,
I mean, he'll finish the campaign if he escapes. He just
no, he won't. Not if there's breath in my body. I try to hide.
I don't know how long he'd survive in Arctic waters.
And don't forget, brother, you pull the cart.
I do, exactly. I will survive, don't worry.
You need the loops.
I'll make another cinch.
I mean,
let's try hiding.
okay. Sorry, I'm overcome with visions of your second character getting mistaken for your first character and then killed.
And then killed.
Yeah.
Let's just straight up trying to hide, and then let this all blow over. I think I've left the city.
It's not going to blow over.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
You can hide, that's fine. You can then keep playing Catclop, that's also fine. Yeah, you're basically going to have to stay stealth for the rest of the campaign then, as long as you're okay.
I am aware, of what I'm trying to do,
Sure, okay. Let's have subterfuge over... Oh no, we've got stealth, don't we? So I will take stealth over agility at a -20, please.
20, which means that's a net plus 10, so that's 50. I'm gonna...
Don't get a 1.
I do want to get a 1.
No, don't do it.
100?
Yeah, get 100.
2 stamina, 1... we'll rely on the luck this time. This is a 50-50. It's a 50-50 roll.
Oh, go on, get 100.
I succeed.
That's not 100.
Try and get that 100.
That's 1 degree of success. I'm going to spend a luck point to increase it to 2.
You find in the docks of Lower Solitude an abandoned shack. It's not pleasant, it's not clean, and the door is thoroughly boarded up, but as you bound across the low rooftops of the area, it does keelly have a huge gaping hole in the roof, allowing easy access whilst preventing people from street level from entering. They could get in relatively easily if they wanted to, but they need to actually pry open the door first, and it's boarded up.
Okay.
It's dark. The windows are likewise shuttered. And whilst it smells, it is accessible to like 2 medium-sized streets, which should give you plenty of opportunities to flee if worst comes to worst.
Okay.
And so you hunker down for the night. The following morning, we've got 10 minutes of sesh left. Anyone have anything they desperately want to do? Anyone be waiting to have a bash at something?
I want to destroy every clock I can find.
I've got to go and somehow pay this bard.
I would.
I'll come
I
with-
guess you don't know that, but turning up at the Bard's College is going to be.
Yeah,
Oh my
unbeknownst to everyone else.
Just straight up arrested.
I mean, on the bright
I'm going to
side-
go. Revere knows nothing, so I'm going to go.
To go for a nice patrol around the walls of Castle Dower to try and find anywhere that might be a secondary target for my sabotage.
Actually, I know.
The amount of betrayal going on the night before.
Oh, it's wonderful.
What's her face's fucking day?
I can drag Yuhnbric with me.
Actually, I realise I know what I want to do. I want to see if I can continue to get materials for my time-stoppy device, which I think I already have 1 kilogram of. I think we said we needed 3 or 5? The anti-save scum device.
I remember it. You should have it written down somewhere, I believe.
I know I have 1 kilogram. Maybe I did write it down properly somewhere.
You know what? I love the thought of Ollie makes this thing, uses it. Fucking Dragonborn thinks he has a crop save and just doesn't play the game again. It's dark.
Does that count as winning?
No.
I don't know. We beat the player.
That's not the goal of the game in any situation.
It depends if you're the NPCs or not. Like, you're getting attacked by him.
Also,
Oh,
as the GM has said repeatedly, we're not in a video game. So
No, the goal of the game is definitely to beat the player.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. In no way, shape, or form.
Have you ever played Dark Souls?
We're not in a video game, young Nicholas.
I'm pretty sure we are.
That sounds like paranoid conspiracy theory talk.
Also, you're a barely sentient cat. How would you know?
Yuhnbric twitches when he hears barely coherent conspiracy chats.
I mean, for the record, it's not the end of the world if Revere does get arrested, because Solitude's jails are in Castle Dower. So it's one way to get in. And not that he knows this, but he's got a man on the inside.
I want to see how it pans out, him shutting up to the bars.
Okay.
I think the chaos sewing's going pretty well so far, right?
So,
Looking at the kind of chaos he wanted.
I think it's very important then that we clarify, are you going with Revere straight to the Bardic College, or are you going shopping first and separating? It is worth pointing out that it is entirely fair to say on a meta level here, basically, do you want to almost certainly be arrested and delivered to Castle Tower alongside Revere or not? This is basically a path choice.
Oh, so my path is that fuck clocks. I'm going to build this device. I've been staying up all night thinking about how the fucking world revolves around the sun and being incredibly disappointed in it.
I don't think you kill you kill time by fucking clocks.
You know what, man? I'm fucking crazy. I'm tightly wound. I feel.
I mean, if you're a
For
mortal-hate
the
god,
record, either plan works. The symbol of the Empire is the Akatosh, the dragon god of time, which means that every Imperial soldier is walking around with the logo of time on their cuirass.
Yeah, something
I
like
hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to do a cheap. Well, I'm probably going to do some stealing. Actually, I don't have much in the way of money.
this is going to go so
Actually,
well.
no, I do. I do have something in the way of money. Does this place have like a place where I can?
Antiquarian.
Huh?
An antiquarian.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to cash in your Dwemer coins.
I do want to cash in my demo coins. Yeah.
Anywhere in Skyrim, you'd probably be able to find someone in Solitude.
You said that.
2 in the morning? Oh, wait, no, it's the next day now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So for a second, I'm thinking say anywhere else in Skyrim you could do this, but I tried in Dawnstar and Wilhelm.
Yeah,
But
but
no, I'm going to trade in my demo coins.
I don't know if you did.
saying, I went to Wolverhampton. Why would London have anyone who could take my artifacts?
No, he thought I'd said the opposite thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say you spent long enough wandering around and you've had your eyes tacitly open for this for the longest time that I'm not going to make you roll for it, Ollie. As Yuhnbric has his eyes lock onto what is very clearly a shop adorned in Dwemer paraphernalia. It's not operative, any of it. It looks like someone's badly cosplaying as your species and half the shit's upside down or gutted. They've just got, like, what's a good example? It would look to you like bad steampunk cosplay would look to Isambard Kingdom Brunel. That is the exact aesthetic.
It's just that
I'm sorry.
tutting.
Internal tuts. I believe the going rate we said was a collector, and I applaud you for holding on to these fucking things all campaign, is that a collector would pay a rate of about 1 to 4 ratio.
I thought it was 1 to 10.
I did think it was a bit more.
Was it 1 to 10?
I thought we said
I
1
thought
to
it
10.
was.
Entirely
Yeah,
sure.
that's fair. My memory is not great, so if 2 people say it's 1 to 10, that is fine.
Cool.
Fine by me. Do you remember how many Dwemer coins you had?
Oh, I still have it 121.
If you would like to lose 121 Dwemer coins and in exchange gain 1,210 gold septims.
Is that going to be enough to get the rest of the materials for my save-scum device?
I'm pretty sure I gave you notes on this, Ollie.
You'll need another 636 septims.
Do you have them written down somewhere?
I swear I did, but I can't find it anymore.
This
Are they
course
in a notes spreadsheet, or?
I feel like I remember you saying it was about $1,000 per kilogram, and I think you said 3 kilograms of material was needed.
Did you put them in Discord, maybe?
Maybe?
I didn't do anything, though.
Just taking a look through your sheet. Yeah, not really anything.
Your PMs? Are they in your PMs? So how far back your PMs go?
I'm going to go back so far through Discord.
There is a search function in Discord on the right.
How much money have you got now?
I now have around 1,286.
So
Coin.
it sounds like you could spend all your money, or spend 1,000 to purchase another kilogram's worth, and then try and steal your way to the remaining kilogram. Does that sound fair?
I have one last thing.
Yeah?
From my backpack, I pull out a big old honking Dwemer shield, put it down on the table.
Pristine. Not aged.
Shield.
Dwemer stuff is mostly around still because it keeps up very well. It does not, by and large, rust.
That's a very good point, actually. It cost me 330.
It has one of those dents that you might find in them.
Let me have a look and see what level of material Dwemer is.
It's mid-ish, I think, but it's cost me 330 coins, I believe. 330 character XP or whatever we were using.
Cool, yeah, you can trade it in for 330 gold septims, or try a commerce to increase or decrease the price.
I'll trade it in for 330.
As you trade away your heritage, but know that this is inching you ever closer and closer. Okay, so then you could do 1,500 gold septims, which would leave you with only half a kilogram still required, which would consequently be easier to steal.
Yes.
So let's skip right through it then, I guess, because we've only got 2 minutes of the session left, and let's see how you do, because you might get off to Castle Dower anyway.
The gang will meet up again. Now everyone's an inside man.
But some are more inside than others, as Arnaulf
Right.
stands outside of the locked jail cell. Cool. I think... Oh wait, do we actually have a theft? Sleight of hand?
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge is lying. Oh, is it? Because I think we discussed this before, didn't we? Maybe it is subterfuge.
It's anything criminal, I think it was. Let me get my thingy.
Let's take a look. Disguise yourself, disarming a trap, palming a small object unnoticed. No, I think this is a bit bigger than that.
It's exactly half a kilogram.
To be fair, it's probably like misc objects within that,
Yeah.
but it's not like palming a spoon or something.
Yeah. I mean, I have athletics. And I have.
I think this is, probably going to be a challenging stealth, so I'd take a stealth over the higher of perception or agility at a -10, please.
Of course, that's a -20 total. So, what can I use to spend my luck points on? Can I over-increase the threshold first? What's better, increasing the threshold?
So, you can spend... Let me get them up. You can spend a luck point if you fail to re-roll. You can spend a luck to add a degree of success. You can do that multiple times. Or you can burn 1 luck to add a degree of success. You can burn 3 luck to re-roll a failed test. Burn 5 luck to negate the effects of a critical failure. And burn 10, basically like burning a fate point in standard DH to survive death.
Mm-hmm. So I can just spend it to re-roll it if I don't get the 20 then.
Exactly, yeah.
Once.
Or if you crit fail, you can spend 5 to negate it.
Technically, shouldn't you have done that then earlier when you rolled the 100?
I didn't roll 100 earlier. Someone else did.
Oh, yeah, Benji did. So
Yeah.
Negate the effects of it's a very good point. I mean...
I wasn't even trying to intentionally get you in the shit there. I was just trying to get Nick intentionally in the shit. Yeah, okay, I was going to...
1 luck point for that session. Oh, yeah, you lose a luck when you get a crit failure. Benji, lose a luck. No, we haven't been doing that so far, for the scant 200s we've had.
Oh, fuck, I make it!
We'll do it in future, but not for this session.
Add a degree of luck?
I make the roll. Oh, that was a 20 or under. I make that with 1 degree of success.
Sorry, I was just taking a speedy look at things. 1 degree of success. Yeah, no. Having pawned almost all remaining relics of your culture, sans, I think, your wrench, and maddened, desperately afraid of time itself and committed to stopping it at any means, whatever that means.
Convince everyone it doesn't exist.
You flit through the markets of solitude, stealing this, that, and the other, knickknacks to some, treasures to others, but to you, merely ingredients, constituent parts of a tool with which you shall save this reality from time itself. This is more or less
Akatosh, you nerd!
how the fucking lead villain of Oblivion got started, for the record.
Who knows, maybe I discover how to time travel back and I do become...
No,
You become the robot.
he realizes he's in a video game and starts an apocalyptic cult to give everyone access to the dev kit.
Oh my
You
god.
realize you're in a video game and do your best to corrupt the save, thereby killing gods in your
Ripper.
eyes. In both cases, apocalyptic nutters, but what was for you functionally a Lovecraftian revelation as to your relevance in the cosmic scale of things drives you to act in this utterly insane manner, at least from the point of view of everyone else in the world, even if it makes kind of sense from an outside perspective. Cool. You now have all the ingredients, allowing you to retire to the Smoky Helgen to work on your device against the odds. And I think that is probably a good place to leave it. We'll have to get to dramatic Bardic College exploits next session.
Nice.
Again.
Have fun!
Oh, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I can see no foreseeable downside.
Ooh.
Reminders for this session. Does anyone have anything they want noted down?
What
Don't
time?
forget to explode that warehouse.
Hopefully I'm not
So
sat next
I'm
to you.
rapidly running out of strong arms to carry barrels around and pour them out.
Extremely true. One of them's gone mad, one of them's almost certainly about to be arrested, one of them's currently MIA after having apparently deserted you all, and the other one is also MIA, and a speedy step outside your house will almost immediately confirm that they've gone crazy and started murdering people, leaving you only Jomo, who is currently getting a lovely back massage. Any other reminders for next week?
Jomo is having a lovely back massage.
Jomo is having a lovely back massage, whilst his exotic servants from far off Yorkshire feed grapes into his mouth one at a time.
Oh, I love this character. Like, it's definitely good.
Yeah, Jomo's adventures in Creature Comforts is a fun time. I think I'm probably going to put down Revere was heading to
Oh, yeah, you can put-
college or the seat of the murder.
In fact, it is both.
It is.
Seat of murder. That's a very good point. Castle Dower has just been set on fire. In fact, Castle Dower was set on fire last night, so we need to see the results of that.
More sabotage is needed in Castle Dower.
I mean, debatably, depending on how well the fire went.
No, I know, but there can always be more sabotage.
You're not wrong.
This is just going to end with Revere and Arnaulf charging General Tullius, just like, to Sovereign Guard, brother, yes.
Oh, the mysterious Nord is in town.
Oh yeah,
With a grudge.
with a grudge.
Why does he hate you?
I do wonder what's going to happen when he tries to pause time and save scum and it doesn't work.
He tried to kill us once, and he couldn't hit Zan'zharim, and I killed him once as well.
Sorry.
Oh god, does that mean he verifies the integrity of game cache and it just deletes your time skip machine?
Well, there was that time he command-lined Creed out of existence.
Multiple times, I think.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is a pen and paper.
If that happens again, can I roll an extra dodge to see if he misclicks and can't find my hitbox on the command screen?
He deletes something next to you. The terrain.
Theoretically, next time he does delete you, it's permanent.
I mean, it would just break all the quests if this were a video game, which it's not. Any other?
Wait. Are one of us a quest NPC?
We like to pretend.
I think you hypothesized that Ulfric might be, and technically Tullius probably would be. But
Does that mean we can use them as human shields and they can't die?
Any
That's
other
going to be a problem
reminders?
when they just get knocked out over and over and never die.
How many sessions we got left?
Maximum of 2.
Right. We should probably get on with it.
I think it's going alright. Let's summon a Daedra. Summon a Daedra. That should be in the fucking notes.
It's fine. Our 40 different plans have progressed 1% each.
I love it.
Give me this 1% bullshit.
And someone who's also bad at math, that's 40% progress.
Exactly.
Yeah, to be fair, at least several of the plans have gone pretty well. The warehouse one, which was arguably the easiest, didn't, but it's also not like it's blocked or anything. It just didn't make any progress. Spa day.
What I love is most of them most the things this session were betrayal based as well, just adding to the Daedra.
It is Boethiah's feast day.
The only chaos that we've caused is among ourselves.
That's not true. You caused a
Are we playing a Manhunt as well?
city.
And the manhunt, I suppose.
Yeah.
True.
And
Yeah.
also, you did burn up a good portion of Castle Dower that we haven't seen the results of yet.
Yeah, I got sold into slavery, so I was betrayed, and I betrayed the person who owned me because he thought he was safe.
Any other reminders for this session?
Fine, the only chaos I've caused is among ourselves.
I probably won't need a reminder for this, but finish building save-scum device, anti-save-scum device.
Yuhnbric wants to finish building anti-reality messing.
Will this accidentally? So my anti-save-scum device will actually accidentally maybe be an apocalypse scale level weapon.
Almost certainly not.
Potentially? Of all the gods, so Akatosh Akatosh gets beat down a lot. Usually what happens is the timeline shatters into multiple mutually exclusive timelines that all happen simultaneously and are valid, and then reunites later. So hypothetically, I don't know if you know about Dragon Breaks, I don't know if you've had one in your era, but hypothetically, from a meta standpoint, even were you to succeed in breaking time, which is a thing that you can do, it would eventually fix itself. In the meantime, major events would have all competing conclusions probably happen at the same time, so you would simultaneously end up with independent Skyrim and non-independent Skyrim. And
also
other weird stuff
So because it sounds so, I guess what I'm asking as well then is the device I'm making from a GM point of view almost like a time breaking device, but from Yuhnbric's point of view, it's just an anti-save scum device.
I don't think you know enough in character to be able to guess.
That's why I was asking, from the GM perspective, is it
I have nothing permanently nailed down at the moment. You're basically in mad scientist territory. You're running off of pure what is tonally appropriate.
Cool. I like running off mad scientist territory. It's always good fun.
Cool. Any other reminders for next session? Okay, I'm just going to casually note down so we don't forget. Catclop. Manhunt.
Cat hunt.
Here's a male cat.
APB, have you seen this Sabertooth?
The posters are absolutely going to have gone up around town by the morning, for the record. Now, usually, wouldn't be a thing. There wouldn't be the time, there wouldn't be descriptions, because you'd only have the guards, but again, he did spend all day waltzing around the Bardic College.
And also, he's a Sabertooth. They kind of stand out.
And the Bard at college will absolutely have had a lot of people who'll be able to give fairly good descriptions of him, and who will put a lot of private money and resources and their ample media contacts into finding.
The Bard at college is probably just quite good at has a lot of creative people who are probably somewhat good at drawing as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I didn't realize I'd been wandering around. I thought it'd be like just in his quarters having massage and stuff. I hadn't realized they'd all seen me.
Well, if nothing else, you walked in through the front door into the Great Hall.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
He's definitely going to be
walking around.
And there were multiple heads turned.
Oh,
And the people that took care of you when he took you to get food and washed and all that jazz.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And
There's certainly going to be someone who claims they have an eidetic memory and will be able to, draw you from memory perfectly.
All right, guys. All right.
on top of this was all, to be fair, raised with you at the end of last session, and your response was, yeah, lel, murder. I'm only slightly paraphrasing. Cool, that feels like we've got enough reminders. Questions? Anything anyone was narratively unsure of in this?
If anything, you are overphrasing.
Question.
Yeah.
If I let the 100 ride, because I was tempted, but equally I felt like that might have been an insta-kill for the character, would you have sicked Tullius on me?
I 100% would have brought Tullius out in his dressing gown. We would have totally gone with that version of events. I don't know if he'd necessarily have killed you, but you would very obviously have been caught in the act of treason and or espionage.
But do you reckon you could take him in his dressing gown?
Probably not, no.
If he's a quest NPC, he just goes unconscious. You can't kill him.
I mean, that aside, Benji's initial call of he's just going to call for the guards and Arnaulf will die either way was entirely correct. That totally...
It's one of those ones, if Arnaulf was out to martyr himself for the Stormcloak cause, then, my god, yes, he would have done that, let that 100 ride, attempted to kill Tullius and gone down fighting, because, my god, what an entrance. It's like, how did you die, brave adventurer? Well, in fighting for an independent Skyrim, I killed so many fucking people.
It would be one of the great horrifying ironies of Revere's career, I guess, that Arnaulf goes down as a hero of the rebellion, and he's remembered as the guy who commissioned that parody song of Ulfric.
Oh, I don't think he could take it.
If it's any consolation, it's almost certainly not getting made in time at this point, just because the headmaster was just brutally murdered.
Yeah, there are far more interesting songs to be made.
I'm sorry, I could just see in 60 years' time, you arriving equally in the halls of the honoured dead, just screaming abuse, going, "Where is he? Where is the bastard?"
I'm getting in the Smoky Helgen, and I'm sailing off to anywhere really, but
We're just going to abandon the campaign at the last second.
yeah, well, I'll sail off to Atmora
In your rowboat.
in my rowboat. Yeah, got to go even further north, prove my northliness.
Yeah. I'll go punch a Draugr. Okay, cool. Any other narrative questions for that session?
No, I'm pretty good.
No? Cool. Feedback. Anything you liked, anything you disliked, anything you let's see more of or less of next time?
I think this might be a problem because we're all split up, but it seems like a lot of the a large bulk of the roles are being done by it tends to be like a session right now is spearheaded by two people, and there's not an equal split of time between all characters, which isn't necessarily always going to be the case, but it feels like there are two sessions, I'd say. There's not been more equal split of time between all characters.
I think that is entirely fair. I'm doing my best to keep things equal, but obviously it's not going amazingly, but we are shattered, Walter.
I think we do probably need to make more of an effort to actually meet up a bit more.
I tried to herd people together, and that ended with 600G of spent money on an Airbnb.
I'm just going to say, I think there's a reason we're fragmented. It's because we don't have an actual plan.
I mean,
Yeah, that's very true. We will have our idea.
As a party, we don't have a plan.
But yeah, splitting the party, for lack of a better phrase, these are the wages of sin. This is what happens. Doesn't mean it's not fun, but it does mean that we end up in the combat round situation where, what do we do? I will continue to try to herd you a bit closer together, but at this point, I don't know quite what... Short of sending a lot of you to prison, which actually would bring the party quite neatly together.
I mean,
Nicholas, for instance... sorry?
My suggestion would just be like, if you notice a section is just going on a bit longer than normal, then you can switch over to another character.
I have tried to without leaving plot threads dangling, but it's a fine art, and I'm not that good at it.
Just bung them all in prison.
I
We're
tried
gonna
that as well,
no,
but people...
We're going to invert the goddamn Elder Scrolls paradigm.
I tried to get herd people to prison at the same time, but they like scatter towards prison and then away at the last moment.
Like a shoal of very anxious fish.
Exactly. But like young Nicholas, for instance, is extremely unlikely to meet up with other player characters before the end of the campaign at this point.
Sorry, guys.
Might happen, but... Well, I mean, I don't think anyone else is necessarily hurting from that, other than missing out on the chance to interact with you. It's mostly you who's unfortunately gonna... And the offer stands if at any point you decide that you don't just want to spend the session in hiding and you want to flip over to an NPC for something, that's still available. If you want to stay as Catclop, ironclad to the end, as someone who once spent 15-session mini-campaigns sitting in the same hangar, I empathise with wanting to hold on to your character until the bitter end. But,
I'm going to try. We'll see how it goes next session.
But yeah.
I like that. There's only 2 sessions left, so...
It's fair. But yeah, so like... Not meaning to complain back, but to an extent, I feel like that is a two-way road. People need to pull together.
I agree. Yeah,
but the feedback is still valid and appreciated. It's fine. I'll literally tie you all together next time one of my campaigns is on. It'll be great. Oh, we could do Wraith. That'd be great. And
we have to be together.
Sorry.
When we have to be together, at least somewhat.
I mean, Wraith has a lot of intros where you are literally, like, chained to each other. It's a very slave trading heavy setting.
Tell me more.
Carl's suddenly interested.
I mean, the basic pitch is there are no resources but other people and what you can make out of other people, so...
I like this.
Spawn camping other ghosts is an extremely viable position for your economy, which means that a lot of player interests from disparate backgrounds can be, you have all been immediately enslaved upon arriving in the afterlife by the same person. Escape and run.
Gang up and kill him, or
viable. Gang up and kill him. Try and run away. It's a brainstorm. Yeah, Wraith is fun. Also, everyone's a wizard. Cool. Any other feedback? Yep, fair. In that case, let me just work out your XP. Cess 90. That's not how you spell that. English. Plot progression. Does anyone feel like you all made any significant plot progression this session?
Yes.
And if so, what?
Catclop did eat someone this time.
He decided to start in the chaos he wanted to at night. I think that went very well. I think that the Castle Dower infiltration and hijinks went well. Sabotage went well. That's one.
Benji set a castle on fire.
Yep. Now, Zan'zharim and Jomo.
I failed at one plan and didn't interact with another.
Oh, he did do the going through the night and whispering Daedric prayers, which was part of his plan.
I failed that.
E.
I ended up getting multi-attacked by a Dragonborn and then trying to cut a dodgy deal with him.
Did you not get any prayers out then at all?
Well,
I assumed my interaction with the Dragonborn was what happened instead.
You did get some out, but there wasn't like a great reaction from people, unfortunately. Telepathy is a spell, so in a bigger city like Solitude, it's not a huge narrative spoiler. I'm not expecting the super come out much, but basically you immediately became a local quest hook, whereupon nearly nude Nord was drawn to you, And so, taking care of this mysterious voice in the night, investigating, and then likely either killing or imprisoning said is a quest of his now.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty reasonable. Cool. Character development. Does anyone feel like they developed their characters this session?
I feel like
Catclop. Yeah.
What was
Catclop
Catclop's development?
fulfilled his wish to eat people.
He did Ian.
I developed and I'm
Well,
becoming
attempted.
more savage. Like, I'm on the run. I'm being hunted. I killed someone. I'm getting in touch with my savagery side. I'm becoming
I guess
less.
you've now gone from like in the cat gang to owned by a nice gentleman to rogue on the streets.
Yeah.
24 hours.
Alright, Catclop's life of crime, I guess.
You've developed into a more terrifying, terrible
Got a
cat.
taste of the hunger, and he longs to experience it again.
The one time he goes off without the other cat.
No, but he's eaten other people. He got a taste of human meat, and now he hungers for
God damn
more.
it. You and the always sunny tonight. He's eating
The
one
one
other
time.
I mean,
The
that's
one
still
time
one
he
more
went-
person than the rest of us.
Oh yeah, no, it's just he's not eaten other people. He's eaten a person. Sorry, what were you saying, Benji? Oh wait, no,
Creed.
what are you saying, Creed?
It was the one time he went off without the other cats as well.
Yeah.
I do
That's true.
like the idea that the only thing that's kept young Nicholas from nicking things up has been entirely
other-
close supervision from Zan'zharim and Jomo, and otherwise he's like one bad day.
I've been left alone for one day. I've been pampered, and I've on a killing spree.
Well, it's not a spree.
That's
Yes.
not a spree.
It's you just went on a killing and then a running spree, I suppose.
Why do you only ever do one crime at a time? One act of sapiophagy? One murder?
At least spree serial killer I've ever met.
One disturbing the peace.
I was going to say regarding character, I feel like Yuhnbric having a few more bits of his fragile mental threads snapping off and developing a device for potential to stop time.
Alright, yes.
Develop an actual fear of time itself.
Yuhnbric slowly becoming the Elder Scrolls 6 villain. Any other character development?
I've got one if no one else has.
I mean, shoot, man.
As tradition demands, I think Tullius
No.
being comfortable in his
No.
nightgown, ordering his troops round, is character development for him.
God damn it. You do not get character development for goddamn NPCs. Why?
We should give him XP for that, though.
Exactly, yeah.
sometimes
He should
feel
get some
like-
XP. He deserves a cut.
Oh, to rewind, I have a narrative question. How is Nazim?
So fucking bad.
What's that?
Oh, he's making his way over.
How is
It's like the storm on the horizon.
He is the storm that is approaching.
Good
All that
question.
built up XP.
Did we say something? Has Nazim been imprisoned or lauded for his role in Whiterun? Because he's a huge security risk. That much is transparent.
Lauded, I hope.
I mean, I think he's probably been quietly retired.
No, he should be sent as a missionary to other cities to spread the word of the Cloud District to sow chaos.
He would never make it to the next.
Yeah, I was going to say. You went
He
out
has
on
so much
one...
built XP,
No,
he'd definitely
okay,
survive.
one,
He would
no,
barely
you
make it
not
out of
having
Whiterun.
XP. And two, yeah, you went on one night out in the Plains District with him and he started freaking out.
He'd be fine.
Okay.
The only thing saving Tamriel is his massive agoraphobia.
Highest leveled NPC that can never leave his zone.
So fucking Fisher King Nazim.
Like, you're not meant to be in the Cloud District. Bombs you on the head, instant death.
Bonk, go Sovngarde. Right, okay, excellence of roleplay. Does anyone feel like anyone else roleplayed particularly well that session?
Can Carl lived up to his character in so many ways.
Thank you, I think.
Jomo is just slowly becoming the Pink Panther over time. Someone had to fucking say it.
Just someone needs to pour some pink paint over him, and then it's just so little.
I heard a metal cover of that.
I'm kind of in that case. I'm kind of disappointed that Catclop is not with Yuhnbric more, because at that point they just turn into Wallace and Gromit.
If Gromit was really, really unstable.
Yeah, basically. The world of darkness, Wallace and Gromit.
Oh no.
These are the wrong trousers, Gromit. And why have you murdered a man?
Well, you're wearing his
I
legs
see
as
the
trousers.
Genius the
Look, I can
transgression.
control them with this book.
Genius the transgression is supposed to be a pretty decent playable splat. You could arguably build Wallace as that. That is the mad scientist's.
I mean, you could do Wallace as many things.
Yeah, you could do it as a technocrat or something. Anywho, any other roleplay awards this session? No.
I feel like I kind of want to say Nick role played well, but also at the same time, I feel like it was a continuation of what we already knew was going to happen. So
Yeah.
last session was when he did that.
There wasn't like a lot of RP talking or like really going on. There's more decisions going on.
I liked Yuhnbric's descending into madness and attempting to fall to his knees.
That's
Oh yeah. Attempting to
The time just goes back.
slight and eventually just snapping like that. Yeah.
If we can do actions as well, then I think Benji character's name escapes
Arnaulf.
me. Arnaulf. His whole sabotage scheme, I think, was very good.
Fair, yeah, I see that. So he didn't really talk to anyone, but it was acted out as a.
Yeah,
I think probably Benji's most cogent.
his pure hatred.
Campaign.
It was his pure hatred that it just glued him through that.
Hatred-based planning. I suppose plotting, really. Cool. Okay, so I think that to be 180 experience points for session number 20. That's 30 points, plot progression, Catclop's chaos, Castle Tower sabotage going well. I know that's only 2, but I gave the extra bonus stuff because Castle Tower sabotage really is going well. 20 points for character development. That's Catclop's life of crime, Yuhnbric slowly becoming the Elder Scrolls 6 villain. 30 points of excellence for excellence of roleplay. That's Jomo mantling the Pink Panther, Yuhnbric's descent into madness / attempt to fall to his knees, and Arnaulf's hatred-based plotting, plus your standard 100 general. Which brings us belatedly onto everyone's favourite part of the session. It's the highlights. Callum, do you have any highlights for that session?
It's got to be General Tullius's. Oh, what did I call it? The inappropriately short dressing gown.
Tullius. General Tullius's inappropriately short dressing gown.
Seen everything.
the gamey Ben rolling the gamiest roll to ever be rolled.
I don't know. I thought it was just an extended action.
But boy, was it extended. What were we on, our sixth or 7th reroll?
I'm not playing that, Ollie.
I rolled 3 times until I ran out of luck, and then I had to burn one.
I don't even want to.
I
No.
still failed.
Yeah, Benji's hideously gamey poor rolls. Anything else?
No, not for now.
Young Nicholas, do you have any highlights for that session?
You're wearing his trousers.
What?
It wasn't necessarily from the game
from 5
session, but it
minutes
was
ago.
from the after session.
Oh no, Wallace. You seem to be wearing his trousers.
I
With his legs still in them.
don't think that really counts
Okay.
tentatively. Any other highlights?
The not Dragonborn fails to hit Zan'zharim again.
Multiple times.
I don't know what you're
I like-
talking about. No
I
one
like
saw
the not Dragonborn to be in inverted commas, please.
that. I just put NNN. He's the nearly nude Nord.
And well, I'll leave it there for now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go for that.
Creed, do you have any highlights for that session?
Yeah, I wasn't good with notes. Got one left. Is-
Sorry,
What's
quite
it called
quiet
when
for
you
me. What was it?
just got the one left? Wasn't good with notes. It is. What's it called when you accidentally buy a person?
God.
Well, all I know is that in the EU it doesn't affect your statutory rights. I couldn't find any more information.
Okay.
Okay. I have to say this. Solitude is not in the EU.
Oh, are they left as well?
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Not since,
Have we checked?
I'm afraid not
Did
since
they get a deal?
not since Squexit.
The Empire does protect some statutory rights.
The Empire is fiercely anti-slavery, with one exception.
I mean, I was talking about
Big
the one.
cats.
I had to Google it on
No,
Google
Morrowind.
and answer the question as in, what do you call that in real life when you buy a person? I said, well, buy a thing, accidentally, but you know.
Cool.
Like,
Any
any
other-
like, what did you just Google?
Sorry, I'm just gonna
Sorry.
pull slight pace because I
Yeah.
want to get these highlights done. Any other highlights, Creed?
So Catclop going AWOL.
Cool. Any other highlights?
No.
All right. Ollie, do you have any highlights for that session?
Nick attempting to escape a place where mugshot. How do I word it? Nick escaping a place where there are artists to make the perfect mugshot.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of
Catclop is really recognisable.
yeah, he's incredibly
Really
recognizable and was in the perfect position to be recognized.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, Catclop escapes from the worst place possible.
Commits the most recorded murder of all time.
Yeah, the most recorded,
Recordable.
the most obvious murder of all time.
It's not even the most obvious because he committed the murder when no one was looking. The murder itself wasn't obvious; it took everyone by surprise. But it was potentially the most recordable. Like
Yeah,
Catclop,
Short.
the photogenic murderer.
short of magical recording equipment, literally capturing the moment, there is no possible way to really have that be more memorable.
I
Yeah.
could have eaten him
I mean,
completely.
accidentally sowing chaos in the city, accomplishing our plan without planning it. Like, there is a fair amount of chaos that has been caused with the murder of the headmaster, the guards all scattered, the opening of the doors, the blowing up of the, it's all coming up Millhouse.
At the very least,
Sorry, Carl.
I was going to say, at the very least, at least you made opportunities for the real spies that Ulfric sent to do their job.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like the people doing the actual espionage, including Arnaulf, are the ones doing the plan-based stuff at the moment.
This is where, Tullius comes out of the toilet and he's there like, I'm on your side, don't worry.
I do like to think, drawing most of the city guard from the upper and lower districts after me draws them away from key strategic locations.
Nick is ever being accidentally helpful.
Well, not if no one knows that's going to happen.
You're looking for an opening. It's 2 days till Alfred's going to be here. You've been looking for an opening.
A highlight for me was trying to convince the guard I was blind.
Is that what you were doing?
That's why I said, oh wait, who said that? At the very beginning. That was like the first thing
thought you were trying to imply that someone else said it.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't following your train of thought at all.
Schizophrenia.
No, actually,
It's a bold move.
I said that to you, and you said that would have been super obvious, but I did it anyway. But at that point, I'd already done it, and I knew it was going to be obvious anyway, but it was worth a try. You literally said the word to me blind at some point. You acknowledged that I tried that at the very beginning of the session.
Were we talking past each other, or...?
No, we were talking at each other.
That's because he didn't say it, I did.
No,
Yes, the one who mentioned you being blind was me, and then Ewan was incredulously trying to work everything out in his head.
That's alright, I understood what you were going for.
thank you. Thank you.
Glad
So
you did.
you've got the grape-eating lawmaster on your side, and everyone else is going, oh, I just thought you were trying to be mad. All right, I guess.
In what world does it make more sense for me to be mad and, like...
No, I do you
like,
see why everyone else was taken aback that you went with an insanity plea in the middle of the street? Just kind of didn't question it.
That's what it is.
Oh, fuck my lungs.
Hit your lungs. Hit your right
Lungs
lung.
not right.
Sounds like
You
you need to
sound
start
right.
smoking.
Oh,
They sound like they're ready for a picking.
I wish I'd started smoking, then I'd at least have something to show for this. I could look cool in the rain. But no. God damn it, Ollie. You bastard.
We're going to stop making Ewan shit himself or he's going to literally die.
Is that what he's doing?
Well,
No, that
I
was
thought he was ripening his lungs.
someone else. God damn it. I'm so mad at all of you.
I can't think of any other highlights. I'm good.
Yuhnbric is blind or mad? Question mark.
I had literally said that last lesson. I remember we had ended it and everyone gone, oh, we were all there. I was like, oh, I misread that. Okay, well, next session I'm just going to pretend to be blind and see if it works. And everyone
I
went.
say you were going to pretend to be blind, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was also a week ago.
Yeah, and then this week I was like, oh, wait, no, who said that? Thinking,
I did not follow that thread from last week at all. Should have set a reminder.
I think I did.
Reminders from last week. Do.
Maybe I didn't, but I feel like
No, you did not.
I did not. Ah, okay.
Cool. Who have I not done highlights for? Benji and Carl, I believe. Cool. Carl, do you have any highlights for that session?
I'm not sure if it's already been mentioned, but aggressive save-scumming.
I don't know what you're talking about. Any other highlights?
Forging so bad he has to burn the place down. Oh, sorry, forgery.
Yep. God, fuck my lungs. Don't you say it.
They're so right.
God damn it.
They are so right.
I know you're thinking it back there.
Does Joe kind of want to harvest your lungs after this? Because I don't think they're going to fetch much on the black market.
No, she keeps saying they're going to hatch like butterflies, and I'm too terrified to ask what happens after that. I don't know if it's better if they flap.
I mean,
There's a whole new meaning
you
to
die is
getting
what
it.
happens after that.
I hope I die. I don't want to live with my lungs flying away on the wind.
It gives you a whole new meaning to the term butterflies in your stomach.
Did you know that most butterflies can't actually eat? So all the sources of nutrients and stuff they have to get as a caterpillar when they transform into a butterfly, and then if they don't get crushed, they starve to death.
Did not know that.
They also
Just
taste.
another tick in the box of God is unforgiving bastard.
I like butterflies. They're interesting.
Exactly,
I like
and
your
God
face.
made it so they starved to death. What a cunt.
One of the weirdest things is that things learnt as a caterpillar the butterfly still remembers them.
Any other highlights, Carl?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm just going to say, like, Catclop's flight to freedom? Question mark?
I think
Falling with style, I believe it's called.
that is damn near perfect phrasing.
Catclop blows this joint.
And sorry, I don't mean to be rude cutting you off, Ollie. It's just we're at 40 minutes of after session at this point. And my lungs are dying. Any other highlights, Carl?
No, I think that's it for me, thanks.
Cool. And finally, Benji. Do you have any highlights for that session?
Cuddle-cat cafe finally comes good.
That was a lot of alliteration. Okay. Cuddle-cat cafe.
Comes complete.
Good. I'm almost sad that there's an F right in the middle of it, but silly.
There you go. Cuddle-cat cafe comes full circle. Oh, yeah.
No, that's if anything less alliteration.
Yeah.
Complete circle. Like Ollie said.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, take Ollie's one. Ollie's one was better.
What did Ollie say?
Cuddle-cat cafe comes complete circle.
It's fair. Circle's not technically alliteration, though, because it's pronounced differently, isn't it?
Yeah. But it looks nice, right?
Comes complete then?
As ever, time for plan B.
At least you had a plan B, like an actual plan B, like most of the time.
To be fair to him, you did initially start out with like plans A through G or so, and have just abandoned most of those, but he was always plan B, because he refused to be part of plan A on ethical grounds.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, sorry, that's kind of what I mean. It's like, how many times does anyone actually do that and, like, actually be there for it? You know what I mean? Like, usually we're all in on the fucking up together.
I mean, fair. Any other highlights, Benji?
Revere's perfect martyrdom.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
You were trying to alliterate that, weren't you?
I was, I couldn't do it.
Revere's perfect martyrdom. There's no alliteration.
That's my point.
Oh, I see.
He paused.
Any other highlights for that session?
Is that a general question, or
One from you. Thank God there's no quartermaster this time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking quartermasters. Cool. Any other highlights, Benji?
And yes, trying to figure out how to word it. I don't want to say skooma-induced because it's not induced, but it's skooma-based PTSD.
Skooma-based PTSD. I love that story. Any other highlights, Benji?
Or I think that's everything.
Cool. Any other general highlights from anyone?
I got one.
Yeah.
Ripe lungs.
I'm so mad at you.
It's a highlight. I want it.
They just sound so dry.
Pun. They're almost uncomfortably moist. Cool. Any other general highlights from anyone?
Uncomfortably. No. Actually, no. Yeah, uncomfortably moist.
Just the state of being at this point, isn't it, really?
Cool. Okay. Thank you all for a very pleasant.
Did you not have any highlights?
No, I think we covered them.
Oh.
I don't think there's anything that was super missed. I did like Callum saying we'll see you back at the boat. But yeah. Otherwise, it was quite exhaustive highlights this week. It was quite nice. Fuck my lungs.
They're right.
They're not right, goddammit. Cool. Thank you all for a very entertaining session number 20. I will see everyone next week for the final, definitely, and completely for sure penultimate session. Even if
you did say 2 or 3.
Yeah, I said 2 or 3, yeah.
2 or 3, let's have a look. So it's Tuesday the 8th.
2?
Yeah, 2. 15th and the 22nd are viable. We're unlikely to do the 29th of December as a session.
Yeah.
I think my one would probably start on the 5th then.
If we're all done,
Does anyone have any final words for the recording?
Moist, ripe lungs.